Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the league. Soul Dragon Cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to...
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number...
357, baby. Yank.
377.
Shit, 377. It's all good.
357. Presented by Stifel. 357.
357?
No.
I said 77.
No, you didn't.
Get on your game.
You didn't say
Get
that.
on your game.
What'd he say, Maddie? He did.
I said 57?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Which is what I have next to me.
57?
357 at home.
Oh, Magnum?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't even hold that damn thing. God, am I hot. Holy God.
Cam's sweating. He's got a
Kate.
scarf on.
Ugh.
Kate.
Kate, I have an extra because I do the
What,
radio.
what is that, like, buckle on,
I don't know.
on your neck?
She got it for me for Christmas.
From where? That could be a women's. No, that could be a women's shirt.
It might be. Son of a bitch.
Which is okay. There's nothing wrong
What's
with
wrong
that.
with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Aren't men and women the same? How dare you?
Can I see the buckle on it?
There's monkeys on the loose in St. Louis, just so all y'all know. Monkeys. What the fuck is that? You didn't see that?
I have seen it.
Oh,
and-
have you?
Yeah. And, you know, and I saw some interviews about it. I will say
Monkeys
this,
on the loose.
they will attack you.
You're goddamn right.
So I've known, I've actually done some research and a lot of studying on monkeys over the years. It's interesting, man, what they can do. Some of them are very nice. Some of them are very domesticated. Some of them will, like,
I wouldn't
act
trust any
like
of 'em.
human beings. Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah, I do.
Do you believe that we were once monkeys?
Yeah.
Was I a monkey? Like, were you a monkey?
You're a dinky little monkey, I'll tell you that right now. But monkeys on the loose, they are scary.
Mhm.
There is cases in like India where monkeys would, like they'd all go in packs and they'd grab a little kid and grab him and drop him off a fucking building.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I haven't heard that, dude.
Well, why don't
Why
you
would
do
they be
research
inside
on
a
things?
building? Why would they be in the building?
They fucking climbed up the building on this little terrace in India, and they grabbed the kid and dropped him off the
and
fucking
they have
thing.
that type of strength?
Yes.
Do they?
They're strong as shit.
Are
dude.
gorillas the strongest animal in the world?
No. I
No?
would say no.
Did you see that video of a bodybuilder outside of a gorilla cage? You know, the glass, display.
Yes.
Where they have gorillas at zoos, and he was lifting like a very heavy barbell. I mean, I would say it was probably 200 pounds, maybe even
A barbell
more.
that's 200 pounds?
It was, dude.
That's-
It was probably 150 at least. I mean, it was
I
very
think-
heavy, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. It was like for this specific, like, event or whatever it was. They put one in the cage right next to the gorilla. The man, the muscle man, had it on the outside of the glass. He couldn't even hardly pick it up, and the gorilla just comes over and just throws it to the side.
Are they the strongest or one of them? I would say a polar bear is the strongest thing going.
I don't know. I haven't seen a polar bear couldn't pick it
I
up
don't
like
think
that.
you know about any of this stuff.
Sure, I do.
To be honest with you, I don't think you know about
Polar
any
bear
of this
had the strongest bite and maybe the biggest claws and all that type.
Like,
of
are
stuff.
they don't have hands.
Mhm.
They have claws. So it's hard to judge what kind of weight they would lift. But if you're going to tell me a polar bear is going to fight a gorilla, a polar bear is going to win every time.
Do you
So if you're
know-
going off of that, then it is what
Do you know
it
I
is.
had a-
Monkeys on the loose.
You know, I had a pit bull one time who has lockjaw. You know, they get this lockjaw.
Yeah. I know.
Pit bulls do. So that's why if you ever hold a stick or a rope or something, they'll jump up and get it. You can't get it out of their mouth. They get this lockjaw.
Yeah, I've
I
had
had
pit bulls my whole life.
I had a pit bull. Okay, no, this isn't about that. I had a pit bull grab my arm and would not let go, dude. And they were hitting it with a baseball bat and everything,
I'd agree,
trying
they
to
do that
trying to
too.
get it off of me. And
You
it was
coulda sued.
it was New
Ooh.
Year's Eve. It was
Sued.
Y2K. Going
Remember
in,
that stupid ass thing, Y2K.
it was going into Y2K.
It's over.
It's over. It was going into Y2K.
Mhm.
And the thing wouldn't get, and I had a big heavy coat on. We were out in the wilderness.
Show me the scar.
I don't have a scar.
Show me the scar.
There's no
If you don't have a scar, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
So I was out in the wilderness. It was in the middle of the woods. We had a cabin for Y2K. There was 20 people who went out there, partied all night long. I mean, it was
Oh, I bet.
It was a
Girls?
rager. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Lots of girls.
Tons.
It was a rager.
Mm.
So anyway,
Tons, Maddie.
lots of them.
Oh, tons.
Probably half and half.
Go! Finish
Dude,
your story. What happened? Do you lose an arm?
beautiful ones.
Oh, goddamn right. Gorgeous.
So anyway, I had a heavy coat on because it was so cold outside where we were. Dude, if I didn't have that coat on, I don't know what my arm would look like.
You'd have been
today.
done fucked up.
I had no feeling in my arm for probably 3 weeks. At
Did
least
you
after that.
sue?
No, because it was a friend of mine, his dogs.
Did the dog get put down?
No.
Well, then fuck. You know, you got to put a dog. If a dog bites somebody, you got to put it down.
But
Sorry,
see,
that's
my
what it
dog
is.
was there too, and everybody had dogs there. And so the dogs were like fighting and scrapping all the time. We almost had to keep them separate. These two pit bulls would like kind of go after the other dogs. But they were very sweet dogs. They just, when you had other dogs around, they would get aggressive and very defensive and defend their owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've always had pit bulls, and you know, some are bad, some are good. The ones I've had were just the loveliest little puppy doggies.
Just
They
got back
lovey,
from
lovey,
Vegas.
lovey.
This is the first time I've ever been to Vegas where it's not the first time actually. This maybe been one other time where it wasn't like 120 degrees, dude.
It's pretty nice. 50 something.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It felt fresh. It felt cool on your skin. I mean, it was just the most amazing weather. It was great. And I know some people who live there and they're like, welcome to cold Vegas. Like they're complaining about how cold it is. I'm like, this is the most amazing weather ever. So big shout out to Vegas, man. Great time out there.
Shout out to Vegas.
Big shout out to Vegas.
They're losing money in Vegas. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, why?
Because everything's too
I've
expensive.
heard that last
yes.
year. I
Hey,
hear
down 11%.
I
That's
hear
a big deal.
I hear Napa Valley right now. The wineries are losing money because not drinking is at the highest level. Alcohol consumption is at the lowest level it's been ever.
Down big time. It's down big time.
People
Now,
aren't drinking.
In St. Louis, I would say I think the beer sales are probably on
I don't
par.
know.
But I think overall in the United States, it is down.
It is
I think
down.
by 24%, which
Crazy.
is a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, the weed thing came into play.
That's why.
So people just start smoking weed. It's cheaper. It's better for you than drinking. Drinking's the worst thing for you, besides shooting fucking heroin.
But people are eating gummies and all that type of stuff.
there's alternatives that aren't illegal anymore. And weed is one of them.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and he believes that, you know, maybe there's some positives with the or as many positives as there are with the legality of marijuana, that the potency of the marijuana is so different than it used to be back in like the 90s and the 80s and 70s and whatever, that these kids were smoking. It's like it's leading to some mental health type.
Yeah, you get anxiety if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people get really, really bad anxiety when they smoke weed for the first time. But you're right.
Yeah,
the
but
weed is so.
Can I follow it up real
Yeah.
quick? Because psychiatrists are still prescribing all these antidepressants and medication and pills and everything, and the mixture with the high potency THC, along with a lot of these prescriptions, it's like a toxic cocktail that's
why you smoke.
affecting a number of people.
That's why people smoke, so they get away from the pills.
I know.
You know, those pills are the ones that's fucking you up.
But do you believe that weed in and of itself can take pain away?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. If your kid's 15 years old and he's sitting in the basement smoking weed all fucking day and he doesn't have, you better put your foot down on that. Your kid's smoking weed at a young age, they're not going to be productive. They're not. You got to keep an eye on that. When you get older and you already have a rhythm in life and what you're doing and you need to chill out because you're stressed out, that's when you do it. But if your kid's fucking smoking weed all day, I bet you he's not doing shit. And you got to go down there and put your foot down. And I'm weed through and through, baby. I was different. I like to work out and do shit with it, but it slows you down. Most people, it slows you down, especially when you're
young. A lot
young.
of the NBA players smoke before they play, before the game starts. NFL players, they believe that it enhances their athletic ability.
Well, NFL players got drug tested for a long time there, man. They got dinged big
for
time.
weed?
Yeah.
I know for cocaine and stuff
No,
like
for
that.
weed, dude. What are you talking about? They got suspended all the time. So now the rules are a little bit more lax. Like, I think they're
Yeah.
the same as what you would do
It
in
wasn't
the
that
NHL.
long ago, actually, that they were getting busted
They were
for
getting
weed.
busted for weed like no other.
I know. It was
fucking like half
crazy.
the goddamn season.
But that's done with
so
now.
stupid.
Yeah, that's
so
done
dumb.
with now.
So you want them to eat fucking painkillers all night? If this is an alternative, like it is what it is. So
Mhm.
I'm glad that they changed that. But speaking of NFL, like good God, some of these games are
They're
just
just
fantastic.
absolutely amazing.
They're fantastic. Not the Chargers and the who was it in New England? That was a weird game. But the other three were fantastic.
Yeah.
And it just makes you. You got to think, we're from St. Louis. We had a fucking football team here, man.
You know, today's the anniversary of it.
What, 13 years or 10 years? 10 years?
I think 10-year anniversary.
Holy cow.
And, I mean, you look at Arizona, who left years ago. They left St. Louis to go to Arizona.
That's twice.
I know. And they've been there for almost 40 years now. The Arizona Cardinals.
We got fucked over twice.
And they went there because they needed a new stadium and all this type of stuff, right? And in Arizona, they didn't even get a new stadium for several years. They played at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe for years before they got that beautiful stadium in Glendale.
Yep.
Which is right next to where the Coyotes played.
Yeah.
Everyone complained about the Coyotes having to go there, but they don't just play once a week, right? It's a little more of a different situation.
But they built that area up
and
pretty
it's a Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock game, whatever, 1 o'clock game, so you can get out there.
Dome, too, where you could...
Oh, yeah.
I think it was retractable.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium. But... I think in like 38 years, they've had maybe just a handful of winning seasons, right? So it's like, hey, just because you go and you get a new stadium or you move, it doesn't mean that you're going to win. Although this Rams team's, they're a hell of a team. I'm hoping for a Rams-Bills Super Bowl.
That'd be cool. I'd take that.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I'd take that. I like the Fiery Niners, though. I like Christian McCaffrey. I think he's awesome.
You don't like Puka Nacua?
Pookie?
I was in Utah.
Did he do this?
He's cool as shit.
Did he do that and get in trouble for it?
I think he did something that was considered anti-Semitic. But he was with that guy who was always
the Twitch streamer.
Wasn't he with Jeff Ross or something like that?
No, he was with like an Aiden Ross. I think that's a Twitch.
Ross.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
So he had no idea what he was doing.
I didn't know. I'm up to date with that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
But I believe him that he had no idea.
But if you look at the meme of the, it is.
Okay, but I believe him.
So do I.
He had no idea. You think this guy from Utah, a Polynesian, who
knows about Jewish slang,
and this guy to put him in that spot, I thought was a fucked up dick move.
That's why those guys. What do you think they're trying to do to you? What do you think those guys are trying to do? They're trying to get something.
They're trying to get.
They're trying to get you. Fuck that. Mm-hmm. Do your own thing. You don't need him. Like if you're fucking scoring touchdowns, you don't need to do that.
No, you don't need.
They're trying to get you.
You don't need to be on Twitch.
God almighty! I hate when people. Then he's got to go out and apologize.
That's something you would try to do to me. I think you would try. I think you would try to get me.
No, you would try to get me.
I would.
Why would I try to get you?
I know.
That affects our business.
So don't do that.
I'm not. People try to get you.
I would try to get you to
not
ever wear. I'm trying to get you to not ever wear that shirt again. That's what I would try to do.
Hot.
You're making me hot.
Holy cow!
He's got a scarf
you guys gotta
on too.
Go to YouTube and follow us. By the way, go to YouTube and follow Cam and Strick. Just type it in, boom, and you could see us during these things, man. And I look hot, not in a sexy way.
So if you're ever down or lacking energy, I think travel is so important. I think it can really increase your the environment that you're
testosterone,
whatever it is, your mood, your happiness. Like when you go to a beautiful city and the weather's nice and whatever. Yeah, I love being in Utah, man. I had a great time in Utah.
I was going to ask you, is it beautiful?
The previous trip, I was in Colorado. I've had some great trips recently.
Utah, is it beautiful?
I think it's beautiful, man. It's very clean.
Compare
not
it to
very
something.
Many homeless people in downtown.
Yeah.
It's
not much crime there.
It's not dirty. There's not trash everywhere. I mean, they got some crazy rules and stuff like that. I mean, you can't bring alcohol to your table and stuff like that unless you have food, unless you're at a alcohol only establishment where I went to a bar where there was only alcohol. I don't even think they serve food, so you could sit at the bar and drink.
But you can't.
So at the restaurant, my brother lives there, so I met up with him. We went to dinner. He paid for dinner.
We know.
And but I paid for a couple cocktails after.
I'll pay for Andy's dinner, although actually Andy does order food, but he just doesn't eat it. Mm-hmm. So you're still paying for it. You know what I mean? He'll take a picture, like what women do.
What do you mean? I didn't take any pictures. I didn't really eat much in Vegas.
We know. Vegas is expensive to eat, boy.
No, I went to lunch one day, but we got in late, and then after the game, I didn't eat, but we went to an amazing Irish bar. I like Irish music. I'd like to go to Ireland. I felt like I was in Ireland.
It's awesome. Ireland's beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks fake. It's so pretty.
I know. Very green,
awesome.
very hilly.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I love it.
So Vegas, great environment as always. Great place to play. I can see why players want to play there.
Of course.
It's just a great atmosphere for
walk
games.
to the rink.
Walk
around.
The walk afterwards,
really
going back to the hotel was just fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Nothing better, man.
I'd play there.
And Utah's beautiful too, but they haven't had a whole lot of snow. It's like Colorado right now. And people who are into skiing, which I'd like to do a little downhill skiing.
Shit, yeah. Damn right I would.
Snowboarding, really.
Yeah, I think I would
Put me on the
adjust
half
to
pipe.
skis better than snowboarding because it's more of a hockey stop and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you didn't skate like when you were a kid, like skateboard, then
I did.
Did you?
Yeah. God, yeah. I had my Jinko jeans on and all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Janko?
Stupid
Happy
fucking
birthday
trend.
to your dad, Denny.
My daddy, right there, baby. 72.
Although
Shit kicking. OG, baby. What's up? Hockey dads.
Although he's giving away dogs left and right.
No, he's
this
not.
Guy. This guy's just giving away animals.
He does not do that. He
What's
keeps
the opposite of an animal rescuer? What's the opposite?
He's had more animals than you could even imagine.
Well,
even for my ex-girlfriends, he'd take their dog in. You know what I mean?
And then give them away a few months later. Love you, Denny. Happy birthday.
No,
to you.
yeah, we love you, Dad. I had a good time with him yesterday. Nice little time.
Bring him in one day. I'd like to have him on Hockey Sense, actually. Which is another podcast that.
Andy will try to be like, did you embarrass yourself at all in some of these rinks?
I know he did.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times.
You act like he didn't.
No, he's hey, listen, he did enough to get me to where I needed to go.
You see these videos where these like hockey dads get in fights with each other?
It's embarrassing.
Like
shut up.
Like from different teams.
I tell you this right now.
You want to go? Let's go outside.
Shut the fuck up. I think the Lord knows for me not to have children. I just
would you get involved? You might.
If somebody was yelling at the kids on the ice,
yeah.
I would have to fucking step in and tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Because a lot of people out there saying they would never get involved with that. Like,
no, but if
you're in
somebody's
the mix,
no,
man,
if somebody's
it's easy to get involved with it.
You got to be cool. But hey, I tell them you better calm down now. Yelling at all these kids, shut up. God, that would make me mad.
What about the moms?
Oh, that's tricky.
They're yelling at
that's
kids
tricky.
too.
That's tricky.
They're yelling at kids too.
I'd have Andy yell at the wives. You can get away with it. I couldn't.
I wouldn't yell at the wives.
What if she was?
I don't yell at anybody.
I told you the ones that dropping stuff on me when I was in the penalty boxes. The moms were more crazy than the dads. I don't know. Calm down.
Calm down.
I saw Lori. You sent me that video of Ty sniping
because she's screaming.
She's like this.
That's what I thought you were going to respond to, dude.
So funny.
I had to tell you.
I didn't know that was her. I figured. But I was like, that's Lori.
She does that whenever Chloe scores or whatever.
Oh,
it's like, and she hates it. She hates the sound of it.
So funny.
So if she ever posts a video, she never has sound on it.
Well, remember the video when Ty scored in the shootout in the?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if that was her. Was that her?
She's filming her. Remember, she filmed herself. She's like.
It's like David Perron after they won the cup.
Yes, I love it. It puts a smile on my face.
Does it?
Just, yeah, that's harmless. That's harmless. She loves her kids, man. She's rooting for her kids.
Is that
that's not annoying.
Authenticity?
Yes, that's not. She's not yelling at a kid. She's not saying she's excited about her child. I like that. Now, is it funny to me? Yeah. Am I gonna chirp her maybe here and there? Probably, but that's it. It's harmless.
What else is harmless? What's going on in Minnesota right now?
Oh, now he wanted to talk about the daycare. He didn't pick up on the daycare fucking chirp, obviously, because he's got his head in the sand. He acts like he knows what he's talking. You didn't know that was going on? Minnesota fraud? Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but now,
it was the biggest story in the world.
You had the George Floyd situation. You have the ICE situation right now.
Oh, that was weird.
Remember, Minnesota was always known as where all the nice people lived, and it was just a nice community.
It's still that way. They just have a lot of
But what happened to all the crazies? Where did all the crazies come from in Minnesota? It didn't used to be like that. It didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, cool. Because we're dipping into political stuff here, and I don't want to have to delete things because you don't know what's going on in the world, and then now you're kicking it to me in a hockey podcast to talk about Minnesota fraud.
Normally, you're the one doing that.
No. You set me up. You bring it to my attention because you don't know what you're talking about. Then I got to talk about it. Then I listen over, and I'm like, ay. So that's it.
I'm not trying to get political. I'm not trying to get political.
Well, that's what it's a political.
It's in the news and like protesting.
It was in the news
last
last week, and you didn't even know about it. So I'm just saying,
I was at the rink last
There's
week.
a lot of fraud going on in the United States, and we got to put an end to it somehow. And it's blatant, and it's right in front of our face, and our hard-earned tax dollar money is going to bullshit. And now it's being exposed by a young kid YouTuber, and it's just fucking hilarious. Like it's like fraud like no other. Our tax bust my ass. My dad busted his ass. Waterproof tax dollars going to this shit. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's fraud all over the place, and they're going to clean stuff up, and there's wasted money everywhere, and be able to. I mean, it's crazy, but there's that was a big story for a while, and Andy had no idea because I brought it up, and people were laughing that it went right over your head.
I don't want to chirp because I know it's hard to be an insider like in any sport and whatever, but I think hockey's so different where like every player in the league is rumored to be traded right now.
Everyone,
It's like, what is going
every
on?
single one.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Hey, you get these guys that just tweet every day. This guy is going to be
I know.
interested. This guy, this team wants this guy. This team wants that guy. They're going to move on from this guy. They're going every player in the league.
Because it's easy to do that. It's easy to act like you're in the know.
And there's only a handful of people who actually break the story.
Exactly right.
And then there's guys who just make a living just throwing out every single player. And I think what some people do is they look at the roster of every team and they say, who's on an expiring deal?
Sure.
And whoever's going to be a UFA, then they're rumored to be traded. So I don't know. I guess we're going to see some deals. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot prior to the Olympics because teams aren't going to want to pay those players during the Olympics.
Did you see video of the rinks?
And take on that cap hit.
Did you
Oh,
see?
yeah.
Oh.
But you know what? John Van Beesbrook told us last week that was going on. He said when the Olympics start, the drywall's not going to be finished. The door handles aren't going to be on. The hardware's not going to be on.
What a joke.
Cabinets, whatever.
What a joke. That is such a joke.
joke.
It's a joke. These guys are going to have to walk like a half a mile to get to the locker room. Locker rooms are just dumpy. They're stepping on screws. Like,
you know what's
the
funny?
Ice, I bet you the ice is going to be so horrific.
Well, I hear the ice isn't that bad, although there was a hole in the ice, but they're like, this is normal. This is part of the process.
Sure.
But I hear a lot of players, and I get it.
Minnesota or Edmonton ice over there. Bullshit.
Okay, listen, I hear about
Bullshit.
I hear the players, and I get it when they say we would play in a parking lot. You just put that jersey on. We'll play anywhere for national pride.
I get that.
But these NHL players are so spoiled, man, in terms of the amenities and the ice surfaces they play on.
You're damn right.
The hotels they stay in, the buildings they play in, the locker rooms and everything. We'll see how much you like
Exactly.
it. Well, we'll see.
Oh, you like skating on ice that's bumpy, like the old Forum and
you like cold showers?
You like cold showers. You like scrunching up next to your line mate and you can't breathe.
Right.
Because your locker rooms are so fucking small. Do you like having two different locker rooms where the defenseman is in a different locker room, the forwards, then you all got to cram them just to talk to each other? Oh, awesome. No, you're going to be bitching and moaning. Yeah, you're playing for U.S., Canada. I get all that. But this is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment.
So I'm waiting for the first couple of players to complain about it.
Yeah, well, the ones that go out there and they, like literally, I bet you there's big blobs on the ice.
Yeah.
You know, some of the, where there's a leak or something and then all of a sudden it builds up and they got to go scrape it off. I don't know, Andy. Well, did we surprise you?
Hey, listen.
Surprise! The Olympics are here.
The whole thing sounds good. I don't remember when the NHL players in the past Olympics, where there was so much buildup leading up to it. And I think a lot of it has to do with because we went so long between the last Olympics where NHL players played.
Yeah.
And this generation of superstars have yet to play in an Olympics, so there's so much excitement for it. But I feel like it's just almost guaranteed to be a little bit of a letdown. I think the games are going to be great.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's so much hype. Can it really match the hype? And I know the Four Nations, you can say, well, the Four Nations were incredible. The Four Nations were incredible once we got to the first 9 seconds of Canada versus USA, and they were fighting.
Canada-USA was incredible.
Remember, like, the Sweden-Finland game was not that interesting.
I know, we were like, just have USA.
When they played before Canada and USA.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
Okay, we'll see what it looks like and all of that. And especially if these teams don't go there and meet the expectations. I don't know what to think. I think
it's going to be interesting.
I'm not trying to be negative towards the Olympics. I just think it's been a little bit of a distraction.
It's a joke. The whole setup is a joke. I think the ice is going to be so bad. Like, guys are going to be toe picking and getting hurt. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be some big time injuries out of this whole thing. Like you just are. So, some big dog on a winning team in the NHL is going to go down, and it's going to be devastating
God.
It's going to be devastating for the organization. I'm sorry to be.
The owners are going to be like, we're never doing this again. What are we doing?
Toe picking because a leak happened, and all of a sudden there's a ball on the
ice.
Doesn't
even matter.
Jesus
this could
Christ.
be a collision in the corner, and somebody goes
Trip
down.
And fall, or what? I just feel like that's going to happen. There's going to be a couple of those, and people are going to be like, "Whoa," And I also said there's going to be a surprise. Like somebody's going to upset somebody.
I don't think it's going to be a massive surprise. I think the surprise would be if Canada or USA is not in the gold medal game.
That's what I'm saying.
One of those two countries.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's where the surprise is.
And that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. So I think, but Sweden, I just feel like no one talks about them.
They're loaded.
Finland's going to be good, although they're missing Barkov. Obviously, that's going to hurt. But I don't know. Maybe one of these other teams. I don't know. Switzerland, Germany, Czechia. Maybe
Czechia.
Maybe one of those countries can outperform somebody.
I will say this: the Ottawa Senators, man, jeez Louise, they did not handle this whole thing properly at all.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because
let's break it
I'll
down
tell you,
here.
I'm on my fucking phone all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have kids. I'm on this damn thing. That's why I have a bulge growing out of my neck because my neck's down like this.
Oh,
I'm looking through Twitter. I'm looking through stuff. I'm always doing stuff.
All right, so set it up. So
I'm telling you, I am setting it up. I'm looking through. I didn't see one freaking thing about what Lonas Allmark, anything like that with the Ottawa Senators until they put that freaking release out.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
And I read it and I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah,
and I went down.
I reached out to a couple players on the team.
Weird.
Right off the bat. And they were like, this is 100% false. This is an absolute joke and whatever.
Jesus,
and
dude.
I guess they were waiting for the team to make an announcement publicly. I did like the way Brady Tkachuk handled it.
I like the way he handled it. I don't like the statement that they put out. Let it die off a little bit. No one's talking about it. One guy tweeted. One guy, wait, and then an hour later they put the statement out.
Okay. It was that quick?
Yeah.
You don't think they should have put a statement out?
No.
You think I just
I am on this.
throws gasoline on the fire?
Yes. I'm like, what happened?
It's like some random dude putting it on social media. Why would you
Ignore
have to?
him!
Why do you have to react
Exactly.
to it?
Ignore him.
I would say, okay, if you're a media member and you're in Ottawa and in a scrum, if you want to ask Brady Tkachuk or a player about it and see if they want to respond,
then it's over. He
let that
shut
end.
it down.
But like to put a release out,
an angry release,
was a little bit of an amateur play, in my opinion.
I agree. Like who's talking to you about that?
Right.
Who told you to
like
do
just
that?
ignore it. Don't do, like
Thank
now
you.
any Tom, Dick, or Harry sitting in their mom's basement is like, okay, I'm gonna put something out, and then I'm gonna make the team respond to it, and now they're laughing all the way.
It makes you look like it is true when you do that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that it is, but it makes it makes it seem like it is.
Do you think it is?
I don't know.
So I asked.
Hey, because I'll tell you this right now. If there is infidelity on the road and one of the wives finds out, I will goddamn guarantee that she's calling all the other wives.
And I can tell you this.
Guaranteed.
I've heard in the past, and I'm going back to like the 90s, that did happen with a different organization.
Happened multiple times. Multiple.
I've heard. With prominent names.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You don't think she's going to hold it? No. She's texting all her friends on the team, all the wives, like, this is what's going down.
Really? Well, especially if she's the one, like, yeah. She's not going down by herself.
No, she's not. Now, I'm not saying it's true or not, but that would happen.
Okay, so I asked a number of people, like on some different text chains. Not the Hall of Fame text chain, but like different text chains.
And he's got multiple texts.
But they're hockey people. And I said, who do you believe? Because I said, hey, this is what one of the players said. Absolutely false. This is such a joke. Do you believe the player or do you believe Twitter? And they all said Twitter. They all said Twitter. Now,
sorry, it's hard because it's happened a lot. And, guys are wild.
But I do believe, listen, what are the players going to say if it is true? I mean, of course.
Yeah, we're guilty.
Yeah, it's happening,
it was in
guys.
Vegas.
We got caught.
It was in Vegas.
Yep. We got to be better.
And L.A.
So the reality is we may never know. But I will, for the sake of this situation, and these players who I know personally would not have any reason to lie to me, but obviously they're going to protect their well, no, but they're going to. But at the same time, I'm not naive enough to know that they wouldn't protect their own.
If they're going to lie to you about anything, it's certainly going to be this. Andy thinks that these guys are going to tell him about their infidelity on the road.
No.
Are you out of?
No.
You think too highly of yourself?
No,
because that's not the case.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is, but I'm not naive enough to know that they wouldn't protect like the internal,
They're going to tell me the truth about cheating on you're out of your
And that wasn't the
mind.
question that I asked. I said, what do you make out of this? Like,
it sucks.
Shit that's running out there.
The reason, if we're going to know the truth, it's going to come from a wife.
But sometimes the players may say, I don't know, I haven't really seen it and not paying attention to it or what,
That's what you did. I didn't pay attention. I'm not on Twitter.
You're like, I don't know, who put that out? Some kid?
Who is it? Was it a reporter? Oh, no, it was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, then go fuck yourself.
Right.
That's how you play it.
Right.
Stales came out and just wrote that. It sounded goofy.
He was
you
like,
read it?
angry.
Angry.
I
These
didn't-
trolls and
I read it, but I
scum or
didn't
something.
like pay much attention to
It
it.
was really odd. It wasn't like a professional thing. It was like
This happens in
angry.
the NBA
It
all
was
the
an
time. These
angry
players
thing.
get busted like in their
No, they're
DMs
fucking-
and shit.
Oh, you believe
What's going
them?
on with like
you believe them?
Zion Williamson right now? Isn't there more shit going on?
Horny
with him?
bastard. Jesus Christ.
He's always getting busted.
He's going to have so many baby mamas. Holy shit. Your fucking bank account is going to dwindle.
Stephon Diggs. Didn't he have like
Oh my God,
like
he's
4
a
kids
scumbag,
like,
too.
born within a few hours of each other?
They did a thing in the locker room, Diggs' locker room. They went up to all the players like, who would you not want your sister to date? Every single one of them says, "Oh God, Diggs, disgusting. Oh, Diggs." Every
But
single
they were
one.
laughing.
No, they weren't. They're like, he's disgusting.
Mhm.
I would never have my sister
They
around
did
him.
say that.
He is. I would hate this. Somebody said it about me. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, fuck you.
I think it was kind of a crazy question to ask a team, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like these
why
social
even put-
media, the social media is normally like, what's your favorite dessert?
Yeah.
What's your
What
favorite flavor
animal?
of ice cream?
What kind of
What
puppies you
animal
have?
would you want to be? Not like which teammate would you not want to date your sister?
So
I'm
you're
like,
calling out the biggest
Jesus,
scumbag
I
fucking
know.
Pepe Le Pew on the team. And then you look at him, he's got 15 different baby mamas. He's got 4 girls pregnant at one
Oh
time
my
right
God,
now.
they all came out.
He's going to be a great daddy. He'll be a great dad.
No, I hear he is.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him and fucking Tyreek Hill. Sure, he's a good
In
dad,
fact,
too.
he's playing catch with his
Jesus
son right
Christ.
now.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Which one?
backyard.
Which one? Which house?
No, he
Which-
makes it to all of them.
Oh, yeah, he does. Sure, he does. Great daddy. Get out of here.
Takes a little bit of an effort.
Fucking impregnating every woman you see.
How do you
Like,
get
that
everyone
sucks.
pregnant too?
You fucking blow a load in them. What do you, Andy?
What
do you
haven't
mean?
been very
My
successful.
sperm doesn't work. Come on.
You haven't been very
Not
successful
good at all.
in doing that.
I think I party too much, man.
I
my
don't think so.
sperm-
There's a lot of people who party. and
I don't
have
know
kids.
then. Then what is it? What is it, Andy? Get to the bottom of it.
You ever been to a trailer park, man?
Yeah. What's that mean?
They're partying.
Why, I did math or something?
They're having kids. Cam's the only one.
My body took a lot of abuse, you know?
Uh-huh.
You know, when you play, when you actually play for a living and you got to fight.
Bob
you do
Probert
this.
had kids. Tony Twist had kids. All the tough guys had kids.
My sperm doesn't work. What do you mean do?
I just think it may be a bigger issue than that.
What?
Just gotta show you how to do it.
No, I just.
Maddie.
Could you imagine? Could you picture Andy in that particular situation?
In that
I can't.
particular
I-
situation.
I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Andy's like,
Hold on, let me tweet this out. I'm tweeting. I'm tweeting. I'll be like, let me tweet this out.
beat that up. So funny.
Tweeting at the same
Tweeting.
time.
Yeah, he's on social media while he's having sex. Oh yeah.
Hold on, I got one here. I
That's
got one.
fucking funny. Anyway, Ottawa, I don't know what you're doing. It's not a good
And they're
look.
losing now.
Mm-hmm. No, who else is losing?
New Jersey,
Oh, Jesus.
Anaheim.
Oh, Jesus. 8 in a row?
This is what happens, though. You know, I'm not going to say who I talked to, but when Anaheim was here, very high-profile person in that organization, they were winning every game. And I was like, dude, you guys are so fucking good. Congratulations. He's like, oh, we're not that good. We're not that good.
Young.
Like, they know where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
How they're winning games, what they're
So
doing.
a lot
yeah.
of these teams that get off to a fast start, the question is, can they sustain it when the pressure hits? And once these teams kind of see them 2 or 3 times, Anaheim can't defend, man. Their defense is terrible.
Terrible. Just terrible. Yeah, they're 8 in a row. Whew. New Jersey, oh, they're getting whole. Frank the Tank is all over them.
They call it the, who's the coach? Sheldon Keefe?
Sheldon.
The Sheldon Malaise.
Oh, Jesus. Whew, losing games. Then, like, Heischer's got to fight a guy, gets
Oh
his
my
ass kicked.
God.
And then they're like, let's respond. Then they get beat like 9-1. The next
9-0
game.
or something.
9-0. Like, what the
God.
fuck happened to
They're
you guys?
soft, dude.
You know, the
New
Jack Hughes-
Jersey is soft.
soft as
and
babies.
and if you watch them play and you just look at the roster, you'll pick up on that very, very quickly. And I still think in today's NHL, man, and I've been saying this for a long time anyway, but it's like the more bullies you have on the team,
Oh, man.
the better you are. I like the teams,
Well, it's like the harder you
Yeah,
are to play against.
but it's like Florida, man. I like the teams who, like, after every whistle, you want to push and shove. Hey, we're gonna fucking take it to the
Oh,
next
yeah, let's
level,
go.
buddy. Let's go.
exactly.
Don't be a pretender.
Those are the teams that you don't want to play. And when you're done playing those teams, like, it wears you out.
Mhm.
Wears you out mentally, wears you out physically.
Well, they own you.
They own you, and then they chirp you, and then they belittle you, then they hit you again, then they hurt you, and then
Yeah.
they chirp, and then they
Yeah.
score, and then they Jesus. How about Verhaeghe hit from behind? People are fucking livid about that.
What'd you think of it?
It's a terrible hit.
Terrible hit.
Terrible hit. You hit him right from behind. If that happened to Ty, you would lose your mind.
Ty got a 10-minute misconduct yesterday. It was like a collision. Like the kid had his head down, ran right into him, and like the 10-minute misconduct.
We're talking about
No,
Carter Verhaeghe.
did you see it on NHL
hit
Network?
from behind,
Did you see the hit?
And Andy turns it into Ty's getting a 10-minute misconduct.
Did you see the hit on NHL Network?
Ty's? But Carter Verhaeghe, you fucking rock.
Whatever.
You rock the guy from behind. It should be a 5.
Why? What's the big controversy?
That he didn't get a 5-minute major. Just stuff like that.
That's very unusual.
And the other day, Philip Broberg, who we love, signed a 6-year deal, $8 million a year, well deserved.
I'm getting tweets from prominent media people in Toronto being like, "This is a joke of a contract." And this just confirms what I usually say. It's like I don't think a lot of the national media or people who are prominent up. And it's understandable. I'm not chirping. I'm just being honest. They're not watching St. Louis.
No.
They're just not. They maybe see him once a year when they come into Toronto, twice a year if they're watching Toronto play in St. Louis. Maybe some of them are on a panel and it's a national game, a hockey night in Canada, and St. Louis is playing Edmonton or something like that, and maybe they pay attention. But they're not watching Philip Broberg. They just purely look at the stats. And I asked Jim Montgomery about that. I go, what do you tell the people who just look only at the stats? It doesn't tell the whole story, man. I don't mind the deal at all.
Neither do I.
This guy, skates as well as anybody in the league.
He does.
He defends at a high level. He's got
Very
a great
much so.
stick, plays against the other team's top players every single night. He can defend, and he uses his skating to create a lot of chances for himself. Just starting now to get on the power play. He was an 8th overall pick. So he obviously had a resume and a pedigree in terms of his path to get into the NHL that warranted him being a top 10 pick. Edmonton was patient with him. If you watched him play in the Stanley Cup final and in the playoffs with Edmonton, you started to see what he was capable of being.
Smooth.
And so now the next step for him and with his development is now to develop the ability to finish some of these chances.
Yeah, because
he gets a lot of chances, and he doesn't finish at a high rate, and you hope that production starts to come, and maybe he's going to produce more being on the power play and stuff like that. But he gets a step on guys, he beats them wide, he gets to the net, and he's just not finishing at a high level. You want to see him start to do that. But in terms of an $8 million defenseman, I mean, you got him on a 6-year deal. He wanted to go shorter. The team wanted to probably go longer. They met somewhere in the middle. I really don't have a problem with the contract.
Nobody in St. Louis has a problem with that contract. And you're right. Broberg will sidestep you on the blue line and then take 2 strides and he's past you. Then he'll take the puck right to the net through traffic. And at the very last second, when he dekes out the goalie,
he's just not finishing.
He can't slide it
and
through.
You hope he has a good Olympics. And listen, this guy just made Sweden's Olympic
Damn right
team,
he did.
Which is loaded.
Although, Stone, listen, people are like, that wasn't a slew foot. I know. It wasn't a PK slew man slew foot that we've seen in the past. But I know exactly, as a hitter, because I've done this before to guys.
Stone knew what he was doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing. You just get your leg a little bit to get him up. When you finishing and you're a little bit behind him on the boards, you kind of stick that back leg just to get him off balance just a little bit. Then you finish your check, and he has no way of protecting himself, and your body slams down, and you usually hit your head off the ice. That's exactly what he did. Is it a penalty? I would say no. It could be borderline, but I know exactly what the fuck Stone was doing. But good for Stone, although he did score a couple goals that night. He goes out there and fights Braden Shin, and Shinner actually fist pumped him pretty good.
He did.
And Stone, listen, I'm bald. I am bald. He's got to shave that fucking head. I'm going to have to.
He's got the Ron Jeremy going.
His hair looks like when it's long like that, it amplifies the baldness.
I know, but
I
it's when it's sweaty and he's got helmet hair and stuff like that.
I get it. I'm going to have to shave
But I will
too.
say this because I want to get your take. And I was actually even texting with you during the game because I did.
Yike.
We were broadcasting the intermissions and pre and post game show.
Yeah.
And so my analyst during the game was the Hall of Famer Bernie Federko.
The burn dog. We love you.
He didn't think it was a
He's old school
penalty, but he didn't think it was a slew foot either, and felt like and listen, it is what it is, right? Broberg hit his face on the ice. That's what led to him leaving the game.
Yeah, because he couldn't protect himself.
But we see guys that they kind of rub you off on the wall like that, right? You kind of get your leg underneath him just to get that leverage to be able to use your arm just to slam him down. And the way his head hit the ice, his face hit the ice,
he couldn't get
that's what made it a dangerous situation. But I can see both sides because it wasn't a traditional slew foot by definition of a slew foot. It was a little bit of a dirty hit.
I know exactly
but
what
nothing
you're
crazy.
doing.
And he's got a little history, too, against St. Louis. When you go back to the Tyler Bozak hit back in 2021, right at the middle of the ice in center ice.
Knocked him out.
Dirty hit.
That was completely dirty.
That
Puck
was
was nowhere to
dirty.
be found.
And we said it
That
at
was
the
way
time.
dirtier than this. But I know, I've done this. I know this, this type of hit. I've done it to guys before. It is a little, I just know what he was doing. He just gets by. And this, I kind of like that, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want Broberg to be hurt. But I like a guy that kind of pushes it to the edge. Listen, when you're hitting guys, man, I'm sorry, but you can say what you want. You're trying to hurt the guy. You're trying to hurt the guy. It's like in football. You're trying to hurt the guy.
Stone's a big boy.
Stone's, he's strong. He's smart.
Big.
He's been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
He knows how to get you. That's exactly what happened. And look, and now hopefully Broberg's going to be okay.
He played junior
Junior
with Braden Shen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it's interesting because Kelly McCrimmon was their coach or GM at the time in Brandon with the Wheat Kings.
Ooh, that's always a tough teams back. God.
Did you play against Brandon?
No, but
in the Memorial Cup?
No, we played. Maybe no, it was Kelowna.
Kelowna. They were the host, but who else was there from the?
Forgot.
Maybe they won too. I don't know.
They did.
Okay.
Kelowna won. DJ King, my boy, Saskatchewan.
So,
love you, baby.
But you know, and McCrimmon and Braden Shen are very tight. That's why I always say if Shen was ever going to get moved, look for Vegas. McCrimmon likes to bring guys like Stone, who he knows, and stuff like that. You know, you want to add character guys, although I don't think Braden Shen's going to be traded. I know everyone's kind of mentioning his name and using his name. He just had a baby, and I think the Blues realize, okay, we lose him. Like, we got to have some leadership around here,
Who's going to take care of business on the ice?
Like, he's so important to that team. He fights in back-to-back games, both times sticking up for his teammates.
Exactly.
And, you know, he's the type of guy that, yeah, it's reactionary, but, you know, I know Tanev, when he got Snuggerud, and Snuggerud even told me, he said, the reason why I fell down was because I was off balance. Didn't really get him in the head. And that's why Tanev reacted the way that he did. I didn't do anything, you know. Just it was a. But for Braden Shen, he doesn't care. He just sees his teammate on the ice.
Of course.
And therefore, he's going to step up and defend his teammate. That's what you love about this guy. Same thing with Broberg, you know. So he's talking to Stone, and he's going to take care of business. Did it in back-to-back games. Now, there's other players, if the Blues completely fall out of it, that
Justin Falk. There's some guys.
Well, Oscar Sundqvist. I mean, it's not even the guys that create
God.
all the headlines.
Clear your throat.
Sorry. Is that what you were hearing?
You smoking darts?
No.
You smoking darts?
No. Although I wanted one in Vegas.
Sometimes I'll smoke a goddamn dart.
Everywhere.
I'll smoke a goddamn dart.
They're smoking everywhere.
Some bitch.
All over the casinos, man. They're just smoking.
Casinos are depressing.
I know they are.
You don't need to be gambling.
The hotel.
I hope you're not fucking.
I didn't gamble at all. I didn't gamble, not even one slot. Normally I do a little bit of slots. I don't even get into sports gambling. I know a lot of people do, man. I get it, man. It's just.
If you're going to go underdog, baby.
But, yeah. But thankfully I don't have that vice. You know what I mean?
I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to.
I just don't get that into it.
You could lose a lot of money.
You know, John Kelly and I, who's now the voice of the LA Kings, in case you didn't know, we used to kind of just see how good we would be at gambling. You know, when kind of, you know, gambling was becoming legal. Let's see, maybe we'll start, you know, betting on games, although I would never bet on NHL games because I don't even know if you're allowed to do that, actually.
I just wouldn't do it anyway.
Okay, but I'm just saying. So we would, like, on a piece of paper, just write down all the games for that particular night and just circle who we thought was going to win. Dude, I was like wrong all that.
Every time.
You just never. I'm like, if I would have put real money down.
I know.
I would have lost like all. You know, so like,
it's not a science,
I'm just not doing it.
I'll tell you this. I saw a clip of John Kelly I've never seen before.
Oh, you hadn't seen that?
You know what I'm talking about? With Herb Brooks?
With Herb Brooks back in the day. It was a big running joke.
What the fuck was Herb Brooks
I've talked to John about this over and over. Well, he made a comment about Matthew Barnaby,
I listened to it. It's Barnaby.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it's Barnaby, too.
And Herb Brooks would do that.
And John's like, I'm not leaving. Get out of my face. I'm not leaving.
Yes.
Like, I'd stand up to him. Hey, Herb Brooks, man, like, hey, we get it. You're American through and through. I understand that. You call a guy out because he said something about Matthew Barnaby, who we love, but
I wish we would have put the clip out from John Van Beesbrook talking about Herb Brooks. Like, I don't think everybody loved the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think
John Kelly's the most professional guy.
I know they respected Herb Brooks in terms of the 1980 Olympic team and everything, but it wasn't, you know. And listen, I've had run-ins. Mike Babcock literally he sought me out, came to find me, had me up against a wall. I
don't blame him, but John, no, it's unacceptable. And you stand your ground.
I
when
did.
That happens.
And Bernie Federico was there.
If I would have saw that, just so you know,
Mhm.
I would have stepped in. Just so you know.
And Bernie thought he was
I don't give a
joking.
shit.
He was like, don't mess with a Western Canadian, like just joking. But like he was in my face. Every time I come here, I got to put out fires.
Shut up.
Like,
Shut up.
exactly. And you know what?
Don't get in my face.
You're not even in the league anymore.
Don't even get in my face.
I know.
I don't put up with that shit.
He did get in my face.
God.
But I kind of have a soft spot for Babcock because he came on our show.
Yeah, I know. And I know his son too.
And he just doesn't really, he's so old school, and he was the way he was, and he could just never change. And when you can't change and you can't adjust,
then you get weeded out.
This is what happens. You're no longer part of the club, and you just can't coach in the NHL. And when you got too many people against you, right? Too many people saying the same thing. Babcock could never overcome it.
No.
Should have never gone to Toronto. Too loud of a market.
It's like Tim Waltz.
Who? Tampon Tim?
Yes.
Why do you call him that?
Well, it is kind of just a mockery.
That is disrespectful.
I don't give a shit about him. Anyway, a couple other things that happened. Did you see
the brawl with the kids?
Is
that what you're going to say?
Yes. Did you see a couple of guys like, this is disgusting?
Did you see the team come out with a statement?
Did you see the goalie
yes.
jump up? Listen, it's not good, but I look at it like.
It was staged, though.
Huh?
It was staged.
So that was fake.
Well, the statement from the Hershey Bears, did you read the statement?
No.
Or did you just read the Ottawa Senator's statement?
Well,
we got statements coming out of the wazoo.
I don't give a fuck about their statement. You think that was fake? These kids are trying to.
They said even though this
their
was,
skates are almost hitting their necks.
They said even though this was staged between the two teams, it was not sanctioned by the Hershey Bears. It was not sanctioned by USA Hockey.
It was staged. Like, hey, the coaches said, go get into a dirty brawl and almost step on each other's freaking hands.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
I think the coaches probably came together. Hey, let's just let them.
No way. That
Cam,
is a lie.
Well, that's what the statement is.
And that's a lie.
Why would they put out a statement? Why do you even need to put out a statement?
It happened.
Stop. Enough with the statements.
So you're telling me.
I'm over all the statements right now.
You're telling me two coaches in between periods that a meaningless game are going to have those two kids get into a brawl and literally cross-check each other in the back of the head and step on each other while they're trying to punch each other?
But you could tell they were kind of having fun. The kids were having fun.
I thought it looked pretty serious.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was. Who knows? I thought it was hilarious, though.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. No shit.
So
it wasn't funny, though. Reaver got fucking buckled.
Oh, God.
Jesus Murphy. People are like, his elbow hit him. No. His fist hit Reaver right in the side of the freaking temple. And it kind of got jerked back, and he was buckled. And he couldn't get up. I've never seen Reaver get knocked silly like that.
You say this all the time, though. The longer you play, eventually it's going to happen.
You're going to get it.
Although Milan Lucic beat up somebody yesterday. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
For Fife?
Oh, my God.
What did he do?
They have like Team Sweden uniforms. I like their uniforms.
Yeah.
They're like blue and gold.
They're cool. Dude, this is a cool little.
He had a Gordie Howe hat trick, I think yesterday. He had a goal assist and a fight, and he knocked the cat out. I got to show it to you. But Reaver, I think it was it's just bound to happen. I mean, you're going up against arguably the toughest guy in the league, right?
No, he is certainly. He hasn't lost a fight in the last 25
Love
fights.
Olivier.
Love him.
Friend of the show, man.
Yep, he came on.
Had a great interview with him.
Reaver got caught, dude. It's that simple.
And Reaver handled it well. Didn't he basically say that?
He's like, I got caught. He goes, this is going to happen. Just when you get older and older and older like that, man. Like
I got to give Reaver a
one.
shout out for bringing Barrett Jackman onto the dad's
I thought
trip,
that was
the mentors
fantastic.
trip.
Yep.
Brought Barrett Jackman.
Yep.
Honestly, it says a lot about Jax. They haven't played together in a long time.
I know. I was like, well, I didn't know you guys were that close.
And you play with them?
Well, we crossed paths
because I knew that like two guys that I knew that Reaver was super tight with here in St. Louis. One was Chris Stewart, like really good buddies.
Yeah.
And the other one was Kevin Shattenkirk. They were really tight.
Yeah, Shaddy. Love him too. But that was cool. We're going to be seeing Jax tonight. Jax and Steiner are getting nominated for
and Al Arbor.
And Al Arbor. Andy and I are going to be there.
And Kelly Chase is getting.
Oh, you got to give a speech
True
because
Blue
I do.
Award. Do you?
Yeah.
On who?
On Jax.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I got it all.
Did you write it out?
No, I'm just going to wing it. They're just going to bring the camera up, or the mic up
to the table.
And I'm just going to give I got something funny to say.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good. Pump his tires up. Damn right.
You gonna say I didn't know you were that tight with Reaver?
Well, it's just how Jax handled all of us. We had a bunch of young guys on the team, and Jax handled us the right way.
Yeah, well, he was the young guy when he came in with a lot of veteran guys.
Yeah.
And I think he learned that,
Damn right.
and that's how it gets passed down. And played here for a long time. But I love the fact that Ryan Reeves took him, and I think it says a lot about Barrett Jackman.
I
the
love
fact
seeing
that
that.
Reaver would do that.
I love seeing that. I do. I actually thought that Reaver's dad was sick or something, but it was a mentor's trip. It wasn't a dad's trip, right?
But I think you have the option. I think they call it a mentor's trip now.
I think Reaver's dad works in Parliament or in government in
does
Canada. Somebody
he was
said
a running back in the day.
Yeah, played for the CHL or CFL. But I think he's a big dog, I think, up there.
All right. Well, regardless, I don't know what he's doing right now, but I think they call it a mentor's trip now. I mean, a lot of teams still call it a father's trip. I mean, the Blues are having a dad's trip coming up in a few weeks and whatnot. And some teams will do the mentor's trip because not everybody has a dad.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I know.
So you bring a mentor. Who would you bring?
My dad.
If it wasn't him.
Oh, my buddies. I remember I bought.
You can't bring multiple people.
I was in an auction. Okay, there was an auction. Well, it was a casino night for the Blues when I was playing for the Blues, and there was something up for sale or to bid on that you could bring 2 people on a chartered jet on a road trip to Chicago.
You told the story. Yeah.
And so I brought my mom and dad, but Caruso was really worried that he's like, who are you bringing again? I'm like, my buddies. He's like, okay, we're going to have to talk. I'm like, no, I'm bringing my mom and dad. It's okay. Can you imagine I brought my buddies on that trip?
Well, as long as they just act normal. Like what?
I
mean, are they going to embarrass you? And
no, but we're going to party. Like they're on a
crazy?
trip. Like, I'm going to be like pushed and shoved to go out and stuff like that. So I brought my parents twice, Nashville and Chicago.
Would you party like that all the time? Like prior to a game and stuff like that?
At night, a lot.
Like you didn't take it, like you weren't like, I need to get some sleep.
Well, sometimes, yeah, when your body's shutting down.
Yeah.
But when you're young like that, man, you could dip your toe in a lot of different things. And, it's inviting.
I don't get the sense that guys are doing that much anymore.
No, but we did. Okay. And you go to Chicago, like it's tempting to go cruise around. Are you out of your fucking mind?
A lot of
They're
different
beautiful
not
women.
just Chicago.
I'm single, young, you got a little bit of money, we're all dressed up. Like, yeah, how can I not want to go over to fucking Trappers or whatever it's called in Chicago and Viagra Triangle and sniff around a little bit? There's beautiful women everywhere.
Okay.
There's you're pulling up to the hotel and you look over there
and you don't have to be a hockey player to do that. I mean, anybody can go stay there and go sniff around.
Oh, in Chicago?
Yeah.
Chicago's awesome.
Chicago's a great city.
So awesome. They got their problems. What else is going on? Abby Murphy.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. Andy doesn't know about the women hockey players. Andy doesn't know. No. Andy doesn't know about the women hockey players. I do.
Right shot?
I do.
Right shot?
Don't know. Doesn't matter. Who's she play for? No, who's she play for?
Well,
who does she play
USA
for?
Olympic team.
No. Who does she play for?
Canada. Are there more than 2 teams?
Why am I bringing her up?
For the WPHL?
Why am I bringing her up?
She played for the Pride. What? She did. She get traded.
Wow, you don't know about women's hockey. You virtue signal all the goddamn time. And when some
she's on my fantasy team.
Woman does something special in a game, you don't even know about it. And he probably just goes right through Twitter, finds something else. If a guy did it, you know exactly what went down. If a guy did it. Abby Murphy.
Let me see, because I know her.
She dangled somebody.
Oh, from Minnesota?
Yes.
University of Minnesota?
She picked it up, dangled between the legs, one hand, boom.
I know, and then
badass.
Passed it over.
Right, and it was one-timer, off wing, one time.
Dude, it was a sick play.
That was a sick call. A little shout out, Abby. What's up, girly girl? What up? I love you. Andy didn't know about it.
No,
I do. I'll pump your tires up.
She does play for USA. She has played for
This was in Minnesota.
I know, but she's 23. She has played for USA. She's a forward and captain for the University of Minnesota. I know exactly who she is, and she's a sick player. I told you who she was.
No,
and she's a right shot.
Because you just looked at it.
Well, now I am.
You had a 50-50 chance to say left or right. 50-50. And you said right.
Nasty assists from Minnesota's Abby Murphy.
I brought her up. You're damn right I did. Damn right. That's what I do. But nice assist, girly girl. Damn right. Good for you. That was cool. Totally
she can go to her right. She can go to her left. She stops and starts. She finishes checks. She can drive the net. She can pull up. She can pass. She can dish.
Virtue signal.
I know exactly who she is. You tried that on me, and
no,
right.
I got you.
I said USA. I watch her more so in international tournaments than I do at the University of Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
those games are harder to watch.
Yeah,
because I don't have the package.
We know. Ovi gets 20 again. Jesus.
Dude, is he just like
I don't know.
clowns with these NHL
I just don't even
goalies.
know.
You see his last goal coming down the left side and just slides it on the ice 5-hole. Does whatever he
They don't
wants.
even know what he's going to do.
They don't know what he's going to do.
He's awesome.
He is, I will say, and not just because he's got the record. I mean, he is the greatest goal scorer I've ever seen.
I know. I look at him like, of all the stars that you play with, like I would like to play a couple years with him just to see what he does every day.
Just to play with him?
Just to see his demeanor, not just on the ice, because we could see that. I want to see how he is in the locker room. I bet you.
Was it Nick Dowd's brother who came in and read the lineup?
Yeah, that was funny.
Is that Jim Dowd's son? No.
No. Nick Dowd and Jim Dowd.
They're not.
I think they're
because Jim Dowd's got kids who play and stuff like that, Penn State, and I feel like they're turning pro and stuff.
No.
But anyway,
I think Nick Dowd and Jim Dowd don't have
really.
I don't think
his
they're
brother
related.
comes in and shotguns a beer. Do you see Ovi in there?
Yes, hilarious.
He's just walking around.
Oh, I just want to see what he does, like on the road, how he like interacts with the coach, and just.
I just want to see like what's he doing? Is he like out and about? Is he just hanging at the hotel?
I think.
Do they have his name like under an alias at the front desk?
Yeah. And when they go places, they sneak probably in. They don't even.
But that team seems so close.
I know.
And he's so tight with like the John Carlsons and the Tom Wilsons and all these other guys that. Are they all going out? They find it in advance. Hey, listen, Washington's coming. We need a high security at this place. Get everybody else out of there.
Sneak in, do your thing, hide, get out.
Because they have a good time. That group. They're not
bet you he's
hanging
so
at the
fun.
hotel.
I bet you I told you, Ilya Kovalchuk told me about Ovi, because Ovi, after a game, it was right before either Olympic break or All-Star break or something, and I go, "What are you doing, Kovi?" He's like, fucking Ovi's picking me up, taking me. And then I went out after the game, saw them at the back of the arena. They got into a limo, flew down to Florida.
After the game?
Flew down to Florida together, partied. He's like, Ovi.
Flew down to Florida together. Didn't they have a game?
No, it was like All-Star, or it was like some break, whatever it was.
And Ovi used to like not go to the All-Star game, remember?
Not go to the All-Star
He'd be like, I'm not going.
Well, save your body sometime. Sorry, the All-Star game is a goofy thing. Although the superstars would be there.
You do, but... You know,
just like that Winter Classic. I'm like, I don't know.
You're so negative.
I just wanted it to be
Everybody
cold.
else kind of liked it.
Can I give my opinion?
Okay, now here's...
See, that's the difference between me and you.
Yeah.
I have my own opinion.
Okay,
Andy has to read the room first to be able to... he's going to make a couple phone calls.
Here's my question, though. Would you rather be so uncomfortably, miserably cold in Minnesota where the Blues played where you can't even crack open a beer without it freezing. Your toes are frozen. Your kids are miserable. They want to leave. It's not fun. Or just be chill, comfortable. It's Florida. It's January. You're just enjoying the weather and watching a hockey game. Where would you rather be?
I'd be in a box.
I'm just saying for the regular fan.
I think watching on TV, you want to see drastic cold and weird winter weather.
So you're saying from a television standpoint.
Sure. And that's what they have to do because they're under $1 million or million people watch that. I was like 9,000.
Yeah, it's not like, I know we get caught up in the Winter Classic, but it's not like a must-see TV for the entire country. It's like, it honestly only, it's a bigger deal. It's only a big deal for the teams that are playing in it. I don't even think it's that big a deal for the rest of the league anymore. We've seen so many outdoor games and so many Winter Classics. At first, it was like, well, we're watching the Winter Classic. Kind of became a tradition in my house. Like, put it on, whatever.
It's awesome.
And I'll still put it on, but I don't like arrange my day around it. And I don't think anybody really does. I think if you're playing in it, your team's playing in it, you're going to watch, and it's a big deal. You may go to the game. It's an incredible event. If you ever been to a Winter Classic, they're incredible to attend. They're so much fun. I went to the game. I've been to a couple of them. And went to the one in Chicago 2 years ago. I took Ty. It was amazing. We had the best time. It's great.
What it did for the Blues when they had it in 2017, that was fantastic. The alumni game. They had 60,000 people at Busch Stadium for the alumni game. But it's not like the
entire hockey world's just like watching.
I think it's just watered down a little bit. You need that, and it's exactly how I wouldn't go to an NFL football game because I don't like watching football live. I like watching it on TV, but I like watching it when it's fucking freezing cold and they're like breathless going and it's snowing and they're in the element and it's sloppy. I kind of like that. It's fun, man. Yeah. They look miserable. I'm chilling. Yeah. But I like seeing...
I had a few games like that when I was playing.
You probably rock guys. Whew. Son of a bitch.
3 interceptions.
Andy, freaking watch out for that Strickland.
And a 2-point conversion.
Watch out for that Strickland. He'll get you. How big is he? 5'4", 82 pounds. Oh, God.
But he plays bigger.
Watch
than that.
out for him.
Plays much
Plays
bigger.
big. Plays like he's 90 pounds. 90 pounds. I'd snap you in half.
Would you?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't, dude.
Why wouldn't I?
Because I'm a kamikaze.
Oh, God, you are. God dang. Kamikaze. What is that?
Well, I believe it's Japanese.
But what is it?
I used to play soccer against a. I used to play in soccer against a guy. They used to wear these
I
headbands.
believe that's Japanese.
These headbands with the Japanese flag on it. You know.
You know
just,
what? You
just
know what
the,
it is.
Just the red dot.
You know what kamikaze
like
is.
the red dot.
But you know what kamikaze.
Well, I think it was a leader of like the military or something.
Excuse me.
Well, somebody who's crazy.
Don't
and like,
do it. Don't, Maddie. You edit this. Now you're pissing me off.
Okay, listen.
What's the kamikaze?
I-
You don't know what that is?
Well, yeah, somebody who's crazy and wild.
No. They'd fucking send their war pilots over knowing that they're not going to get back. So they'd run out of fuel and go down just like Pearl Harbor and go, yeah, bomb, 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 run out of fuel. Instead of going back to the aircraft.
Why?
They go, yeah, bam,
Why?
and sacrifice their life.
Why?
For the,
Would they know
during
they,
war,
would they,
yeah.
they knew they were doing it?
Japanese were so just, they're hardcore
So
military.
the pilots knew they
Imperial
were
Japan.
The pilots knew they were going to die.
Yes.
But why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want them to come back safely?
How far is that?
What? From where to where?
From fucking where they fucking set off, they came all the way across
To where?
to Pearl Harbor in
Okay.
Hawaii.
Okay, that's
they
a long,
knew
that's a
they were
long
going to
ways
run out
away.
of gas, so they bomb, and then once they run out of gas,
Because there's no way. There's nowhere to refuel.
that's a kamikaze.
Okay,
That's what
so
that is.
how do they do the missions now? Now they fly next to each other and fill up gas in
It's
mid-flight.
things
Remember that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's
But
been happening for a while.
they didn't have that.
That's been
back
happening
then?
for a while.
They didn't have that back then.
No, this is the 40s.
So they couldn't do that then. When did
No,
they?
this is just a
'cause
different kind of warfare.
what was
and I
the-
don't think that you could do
What
that
was the
anymore.
mission that we saw within the last like 18 months or so? And
With
they-
Venezuela, Maduro.
no.
Yes, it was Maduro. They just fucking captured
it was
Maduro.
USA.
Yes, USA just captured Maduro, the leader of fucking Venezuela,
That's a
the
different one.
gangster.
That's a different one. They bombed the
Oh,
whatever.
in Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the stealth bomber.
And remember the stealth.
Mhm.
And they came and had a press conference about it, and they were talking about it was like a 24-hour mission,
36.
36-hour mission, and how the planes next to each other, they get right next to each other
They feel like
in midair,
It's happened for a long time.
and they get the hoses out, and they refuel the plane while it's in midair and mid-flight. It's quite the spectacle, just an incredible science that they can do that.
Andy, History 101 right here. They've been doing that for a long time. filling
Okay,
up
but not
planes,
since
dude.
the 40s.
The 40s, they didn't
So
have the
if they
technology.
could do that in the 40s, they wouldn't have died then.
No, that was their warfare. That was their mental warfare that they.
Really?
Yes.
God.
Just like fucking.
So do you think their families knew? Hey,
Yes.
they said goodbye.
Yes.
I'll never
Yes.
see you again.
Sacrifice. Yep. Exactly. It's the greatest honor you could have when you die. Just like
For your country.
Yeah.
And it is still to this day.
What?
Still to this day.
Kamikaze? They ain't doing that anymore.
No. The greatest honor.
Maddie, get in here.
No.
Maddie, get in
And
here
Matt,
now.
Hey,
Seriously.
Cam, I know that they don't have kamikazes anymore. They don't have kamikaze
No,
missions.
they
But
do.
the gr-
That's not in Japan.
Okay. But the greatest honor, still to this day, is to die for your country. And that's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Die for your country.
So
no doubt.
that's what I was saying.
Well, it's probably better not to
Yes,
die.
it-
You know,
Okay, fine.
it's better to go save as many people as possible and
We all know
change the war and get home safe
Okay,
and,
we all-
and
we-
happy with
we-
your family.
that. Okay, we all know
That's
that.
number one.
We all know that.
Okay, that's number one. But there's suicide bombers out the wazoo still, baby. God damn.
All right, new sponsor alert.
What we got?
Policy Genius, baby.
Let's go.
Did you know, Cam, if you have a moment with family that made you appreciate the life you've created together? Did you welcome a new member to your family? Perhaps a new friend, a child, or through
A
marriage?
child.
Did you reflect on progress made and how much you're grateful for it?
Yeah. Yeah. Go.
Here's the deal. Policy Genius makes dealing with financial planning easier. I trust Policy Genius, and you should too, Cam.
Damn right.
They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Start the new year with clarity and security. Lock in your life with insurance today.
Got to. You got to.
Policy Genius is an online insurance marketplace that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers. side by side for free.
That's what you do.
So you just compare the quotes, like which one's best.
Yeah.
And it does it all for you.
And you pick it.
And then otherwise it takes too long. You're going to I'm going to look up this. I'm going to look up this.
Yeah.
No. Let them do it for you. Policy Genius. They are genius. Their licensed team helps you get what you need fast so you can get on with your life easily, find what you need, coverage amounts, price, terms, no guesswork, just clarity. How much do you love clarity?
I love clarity.
We all do. Policy Genius helps you find your most affordable policy that meets your needs. They answer questions, handle paperwork, and advocate for you throughout the process. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, get on with yourself. Go now.
Get
Go and
out of here. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best policy fit for their needs. Find the best policy fit for your needs and do it today with Policy Genius. Use the promo code CAM.
CAM, baby. Easy.
PolicyGenius.com/CAM to compare your life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. Life insurance has saved me. It gives me a peace of mind, dude.
No
I go to
doubt.
sleep,
Of
dude.
course.
My wife and kids are, if something were to happen to me,
Yeah, baby.
I worry about the podcast.
Yeah. Her podcast?
I worry about Laurie's podcast. All the things.
All the things.
Head to PolicyGenius.com/CAM to compare your life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save.
Goddamn right. You're damn right.
Policy Genius. I know we were talking about trade deadline and like every player in the league is like rumored to be traded.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes there's a million trades.
Sometimes there are.
I'll tell you what.
But you know who?
I want that Kiefer Sherwood.
Okay, but you know the team I'm paying attention to. They got a lot of money, and they've been so bad for so long.
Buffalo.
Well,
Yoink.
they would fall in that category. Big shout out to Yarmo, by the way, who's heading over to his dad's funeral. So
Oh, really?
thinking about his family and all
I
that.
want to get him on. We respect him and
Yes.
known him for a long time.
Yes. Detroit.
Detroit. God dang Red Wings. God dang.
So watch
one's
for
even talking
teams
about them
like
either.
that. But that's what's going on internally. That the real news, the real stuff. That's the team I'd be paying attention to.
Shit, yeah. Good. I'm
Stevie
glad.
Y is going to be looking to add. Stevie Y is going to be looking to add.
It's about time you're in this situation, Stevie.
It is because
No, seriously.
we were starting to doubt the Red Wings.
The Iser plan? No, it's about time. People have been bitching.
The
up there,
Iser plan was looking like an Iser scam for a minute.
and now it's
Now it's an Iser
bigger.
plan again.
Yeah.
And we're
Good.
all about the Iser
I
plan.
want them to be good,
Yeah,
man.
we
I
are.
like Detroit, man. Like God, the Blues had
Sick-
rivalry,
sick uniforms.
sick everything. Original six. I love Iserman. There's so much history there.
Mhm.
Federoff's getting his jersey retired. I don't know why it took so long for him. Why? I mean, they got Monson.
They got to get him over here and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing. Who knows what he's got going on? Shit. But I mean, he was a generational talent. He was gigantic in Detroit. So good to see his.
Everyone wanted to be Fedorov.
Yeah, and then he had brought the Nikes on in the '90s. Like that was the coolest thing ever.
He was cool.
He was so cool, handsome, had the look, had the skill, had the defensive skill. Good God,
Mhm.
Dayton models, the Anna Kournikova thing. with
Yes,
Annenberry,
he was
Jesus
cool.
fucking right. You know,
Jack Hughes is doing that right now. We'll say that years from now.
with
Oh,
Tate McRae.
Tate McRae. What's she all about?
I don't like when women
She's
wear
Canadian, right?
baggy jeans like that. Kind of
That's a
turn on.
new style.
What
I
is that?
don't
That's a
like
Canadian-
it.
It's a Canadian thing.
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Is it
Yeah,
around
it's
here
over
too?
here. Yeah, you wouldn't know that, but it's over here too.
Why don't go to high school and look around?
You don't have to go to high school.
It's kind of a high school thing where you
No,
see the
it's
trend.
not. Although it is high school too.
What girl do you see that
But
wears baggy fucking jeans?
Don't
around
you
here? I
know
don't
that
see
like everything is cyclical? So whatever like was popular baggy maybe in the 80s and 90s, and then it goes away. It eventually comes back.
baggy jeans on women?
It eventually comes back.
It's just not a sexy look.
Cyclical.
Cyclical. Andy. Bring them Jinkos back. What a stupid
I didn't
style
wear
that
those.
was.
That was
I did.
stupid.
It was so dumb.
I wore there was a company it's called Used, and they were like they had like tears in them, rips and all over the place.
You probably look badass.
I did. Z Cavaricci's back in the day, if you ever knew what those were. Ryan Smith was in Utah. He's got a good thing going. I love that building. It's like an old building. Not
Do
much
you
going.
love it? You love the building?
The best view ever. Where we were like sitting during
Yeah,
the
but
game,
like the
and we
rink-
had a great setup. No, it's a shitty rink.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's not new, but like I just like to be able to watch the game comfortably. Although it's freezing cold. Every rink's cold.
Every rink's cold.
Why
dude.
is every rink freezing cold?
Because
That's
it's an
why
ice
everyone
rink.
gets sick in hockey
It's
because they go in these rinks.
freezing. Oh my God!
I bring a coat with me,
the
man.
Blues
I wear a
games,
coat during
I'm
every period.
freezing cold up in
Freezing
Alumni
cold.
Box. Freezing cold.
Freezing. Yeah, St. Louis is cold too.
It's really cold. Son of a bitch.
But you can feel the air conditioning blowing on you.
Oh
like
my
in
God.
Utah, it was right over us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's an old building. They're probably pumping.
But
out
we had a great
cool
setup. I
air.
think it was a good look on television and whatnot. It was just a good
Yeah, it
setup.
looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good for sure.
How'd we look?
You look good. God.
So when
Oh.
you're watching us break down the Broberg hit, were you disagreeing with
No, I like.
Bernie? Or-
I hate when people are like, everything's a bad hit. Like, I get it. I just know what Stone did
Mhm.
because I've done that to guys. And it's not a penalty.
Yours
but I
was
just know
way
what he's-
yours was way later.
Yeah, some of them were. He's had some bad ones too. When you hit a lot,
Didn't the
that's
rest of us
sometimes-
say to you, Cam, you're late?
Yeah, sure.
Like, let's get there sooner.
No,
Let's-
and
let's
they
arrive
give me
on time.
They give me a warning.
hmm
No, I arrived on time a lot.
Arrive on time.
I got in there quick, baby. Real quick.
Get there. Cam was showing me highlights of his alumni skate yesterday.
Sometimes
And-
I got to throw it at you.
And where are you getting the video? Who's taking the video?
There's a kid that goes out there that's a goalie, young kid, and his grandpa goes to every single alumni skate.
He
and
does?
films us, and it's really sweet.
Oh.
And he brings me he gave me a bobblehead of
Of
me.
who?
Of me.
Yeah,
That I
you know
did-
that he didn't even want it. I mean, that's amazing because
No.
most people don't give away their own bobbleheads.
He gave me a sign that said Jansen, like a really cool
God,
sign I could put
He's
in
like
my house.
going. He's
I
getting
know.
rid of all the stuff in his house.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'll just give it to Cam.
It says
Cam would like
Jansen on
this.
it. I'm like, this is awesome.
Most people would put that in their collection
No,
in their basement.
This is a really cool thing. And so he films his grandson out there, and I lit him up like
What's
a
the
Christmas
kid's
tree.
name?
What?
What's the kid's name? The goalie.
What?
What's the goalie's name? Get to know these kids, Cam. Ask them what their names are.
Son of
Shake their
a...
hand.
I do that. I talk to the kid. I just forgot his name.
No,
I talk to the kid. I talk to people. I talk to everybody.
I don't like this.
Andy would walk right past him and not even look at him. Like, who's this chump? No, I always talk to these kids, and I talk to his granddaddy, and that's why he always gives me gifts, because I'm nice to them. I'll wink at them. Him and his grandmother are up there, and they
The
film.
grandmother's there
Yeah,
too.
it's really sweet.
That's wonderful.
I love it. It puts a smile on my face.
Mhm.
But I did lit him up like a fucking Christmas tree. Okay, lit his ass up. Great kid.
Is your Christmas tree still up?
It's not a Christmas tree anymore. Kate keeps the trees up and takes all the
I
doorknobs
know.
out, so it
I
looks like
saw
you're in
the-
Aspen.
I saw the orange video.
So it looks like you're in Aspen.
I saw the
because our
or-
house is beautiful.
I saw the orange video.
And we have beautiful views. And
Every
it looks very
video they
mountainy.
post, they put a filter in where it becomes orange. But I love it.
You making fun of Kate?
Oh, dude. I'm just telling you, I love it.
You know,
The orange video is great.
good chirp. You don't know how to chirp. You don't know how to chirp.
I'm just
Is it-
saying.
You chirping Kate because he puts a
There's
what?
a filter.
What'd she do?
There's a filter that you guys use. Which one is
Text her.
it? Is it Paris? Is it-
Text her.
Which one? You know, you can scroll
Text her.
through and like.
Andy critiques my wife's post because she posts like a cute little picture of the dog and the tree in the background.
The orange dog.
What's that?
The orange dog.
Yeah, they're orange. Like, you never seen an orange dog before?
I want to meet these dogs. I've met these dogs several times.
Yeah, you
actually,
came
but
late.
Bring them to the studio.
You came
one
no,
day.
no.
Really?
No, they're not
Would they
allowed.
not like chill? If
No.
if I brought Blaze here with him,
No, they'd be all over the place. Couldn't do it.
Blaze is learning a number of new tricks. Actually,
Hey, let's go. What else we got?
Blaze doing a number
Let's
of
go.
different things right now. Actually,
This is where Andy just falls off. He's got nothing.
oh,
No-
Marty Biron on this
no
edition of the
fucking-
Cam and Strick
He doesn't do any
podcast.
research.
Martin Biron,
Yeah, he's
first round
awesome.
pick.
He played a long time.
He did, and his brother played too.
Jesus.
You know that?
Who's his brother?
Matthew. IEU.
Hmm.
Matthew. French.
Marty's. I look. His takes are great. He's a smart guy.
He's
What?
funny. He's funny.
I
Very
like his-
funny. I know he has got opinions, man. I love it.
Yeah, I like.
And he can talk goaltending.
Yep. Yeah. He's got
His teammates say like he can talk underwater, like he just wouldn't stop talking.
I know. yeah. I like that.
I
though.
gotta ask him about
Sorry,
it. Apparently,
when we get people on, I want them to fucking talk.
apparently he would use like an entire roll of tape
Oh,
on
yeah.
each skate,
Oh God, like Frank Lassard.
like
Oh Jesus.
over and over and over and over and over again.
If you guys know, Frank Lassard was a tough guy back in the day. He'd do the same thing. Cut your circulation off.
Really?
No, too much.
So back in the day, that was like common. You'd put tape around your skates.
Yeah, I
Like-
did that for a while.
I did my whole life growing up.
God, how many games you play? You think?
Well, if I only had
Thousands.
one,
thousands.
If I just had one.
Steve Ott did it, and that's why I put the toque out because Otter did it when I was in Windsor, and I copied him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think tongues out apparently doesn't give you as much flexibility to generate as much speed.
Listen,
Is that true?
This
you
is
think?
where whatever you want,
Uh-huh.
whatever feels good for you.
Do you think it looks goofy to have tongues out?
No, I think that's a cool look.
Really?
I think it looks goofy when you put your shin pad over your skates as a forward.
It's just not a natural way.
As a forward, it's just too bulky down there.
Yeah. I bet you the first person to ever like invent hockey equipment, like it was not designed to do
If
that.
I'm a defenseman like Darian Hatcher or something, or Craig Ludwig,
and you want to block shots.
I want to block those shots, get the biggest thing covered because I got to cover my
your
front
instep,
part of my foot with as much padding as possible.
Right.
So, but
they all have shot blockers on now too. So
do they? They all do?
Most of the defensemen who block a lot of
those
shots.
things look annoying.
They do, but the defensemen who block shots, I mean, you're crazy if you're not wearing them.
I feel like there was more shot blocks back when I played than now.
Well,
I don't notice it.
I don't
think the
know.
skates are different.
I think it's hard to get shots through, Cam. I mean, guys are just in the lane. Like, it's hard to get shots through.
Yeah, well, you're getting smoked every time then. One shot just could bust your toe up and you're just done for 6 weeks.
You're done for weeks.
Weeks and weeks and weeks.
Feels like your toe
brutal.
just exploded.
It's horrible.
God. I had a finger injury one time that
I remember.
was similar.
Yeah, we talked about it multiple times.
The Chemistry Podcast is brought to you by Stiefel, baby.
Yeah, Stiefel. Let's go. Woo. Yeah, baby.
Love our friends over at Stiefel. You
Yeah,
want to
right.
be wealthy and independent?
Mm-hmm.
Work with the right people. Work with Stiefel.
Make your life a lot better. Less stress. Know where your money's going. Understand it's safe.
Oh, yeah.
It's building. That's what you want.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Get healthy and do it the right way.
Nick Clement's little shout out, baby. Nice little, cute little baby girl.
Girl dad.
Girl daddy. He's going to be a damn good daddy. Damn good daddy.
Damn good dad.
And Chrissy's going to be a damn good mommy.
She is a mom of the year
She is a
already.
lovely
She's a
woman.
candidate already.
Lovely, lovely people.
And he's candidate for dad of the year already.
I want them to breed. Told you that.
Oh my God. Like how many?
For those two?
It's
a
not
million?
Easy. It's not easy to have lots of kids though, Cam. It's not easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, you wouldn't know that.
No, I wouldn't because I don't have kids.
I know.
But I was a kid. And even having
so therefore it gives you an idea what
was
it's
I
like.
not?
I mean,
Did I grow up at 41 fucking years old?
No,
I think
but
I was a kid.
But I don't.
Fighting money,
that
fucking fighting about money every
Everybody was a
goddamn
kid.
day.
But if you don't have kids, I don't know if you really can relate to what it's like having kids.
No, okay, fine. But I know it's a pain in the ass if you have more kids and you don't have, you're a billionaire. You got $30 million in the bank. You got nannies out the wazoo. Maybe it's a little easier. But when you're fucking working all day and you got 3 kids to go home to, it's tough.
It's not easy.
Who's disagreeing with that? Who doesn't know that?
Stefan Diggs.
And he acts like he knows things. Like, you don't think I know that?
Stefan Diggs he's very.
You got a baby
he's
mama.
He's got a
He's
hard,
gonna be a damn good daddy.
He's a damn good daddy.
He's gonna be a damn good
He
daddy.
is so good at just producing kids, and he's.
They're all gonna grow up great.
He's got to be everywhere at once, man. It's tough.
Oh,
to
you'll
do.
be there for him, sure. Jesus.
Who was
Baby
the
mama.
Ray Rice? His mom or his wife came out with that statement.
When he knocked her
his
out,
girlfriend.
When he knocked her out in the elevator.
The Kansas City Chiefs are like, we are looking into the statement. The league is aware of it.
Holy shit!
This is the guy that was like walking down the highway with like machine guns and shit.
No, that's not. That's you said
Not
Ray
Rice. Sorry,
Rasheed Rice.
Rashid.
And then he gets into domestic violence stuff too.
And so his girl just
free 4.
His girl just posted that.
Yeah, and that's when Travis Kelsey and a couple other guys wore free 4, meaning
They
free.
did.
Yes, I told you that.
Yeah, but you never know. What if they're making it up? See, here's
Making it up.
No.
No, that was legit.
Okay,
These guys wore a T-shirt in warm-ups.
What if they are? If some of these women that these guys are with, dude, they demand certain things. Probably
Sure.
they want money. They expect this and that, and then they're like, "Oh, he really doesn't like me." But I've got 3 of his kids, but he never liked me, doesn't want me, and he's with somebody else now, and she's got 3 kids of his. It's like,
And
okay,
so you
and
think
he's not sending me money, which he should be doing because
Well,
he's got kids. And so they're like, okay, I'm going to go to Instagram and just basically ruin his life.
Yeah, but I look at what he did in that accident where those a mom and daughter.
No, I know.
I go,
I can't
"Fuck
look at
this
him the same
motherfucker."
way.
I bet he did beat his wife.
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise
I
me.
mean, his character
Exactly.
would suggest that he's probably,
If you said Brock Purdy did, I'd be like, ooh, I don't know. But fucking this clown dick.
or like, the
Patrick Mahomes.
the quarterback in Carolina. He's a great kid.
Who just lost?
He's a good kid.
Yeah. I'd be like, ooh, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
But
out
this
of
guy,
character.
he just fucking ran into a mom and a daughter, almost
Yeah,
killed them,
right.
and didn't even look at them.
And
walking
so
by.
now this other baby's mama is coming out with these Instagram posts. Could you imagine if you woke up to that? you're like, God, my life is over. Because the NFL doesn't play around. Now they have to, like, public pressure, they suspend you. Ray Rice never got back in the league, dude.
Well, he wasn't good at the time.
At the time, baby.
Exactly.
And so nobody was like
What
fighting.
do you mean?
Nobody.
You said the NFL cracks down on this? Bullshit.
Don't they?
Shit, they do. These
So
guys get away with fucking murder, literally.
You're saying if half the league was like going to the Roger Goodell and being like, hey, listen, let this guy back in the league. Like,
Sure.
then maybe he would have found his way back.
Yeah,
in
exactly. If he was good. No
Okay.
doubt.
All right.
Come on
that's
now.
fine. Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Use our link. Get the energy drinks, get the bars, get the supplements, get the collagen, get the magnesium, and get the hoodies, and get all the clothing.
The greens and the
apparel,
reds. All
the
that
greens
stuff.
and red. Get
Yep.
everything. And show us what you're getting.
Yep.
Be a bionic man. Be in shape.
Like Andy.
Like me.
Body like Andy.
Feel good. I was passing out First Form stuff yesterday on the plane. People, hey, have a beef stick, have a, you know.
I'm sure they were happy about that. Although beef sticks are good. There's so much food on that plane.
Right.
Andy thinks he's doing a service to these guys, giving them beef sticks. Keep those for yourself.
I do.
Why are you handing out to the millionaires that have them?
Well,
What are
I'm
you
not
doing?
not necessarily the players.
Andy thinks these guys are like, wow, thanks, Andy.
Where'd you get that?
Whoa,
Strick's
thanks.
got him up front.
They're like, I got 50 of these
No, I'm
anyway.
giving them to Bernie. Bernie and
The burn dog.
Yeah.
There's a damn good snack to have on the road.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll eat that goddamn thing for breakfast, so I don't spend $50.
You know, I don't know
fucking-
why you're eating it for breakfast, because one of the flavors they have for beef sticks are breakfast sausage.
Yes, breakfast sausage. Even the sharp cheddar, I'll eat that some bitch
You know,
early.
sometimes I'll chop it up.
That some bitch.
I'll chop it up, put it with my eggs,
Some
and put it in a burrito can.
Yeah. 100%. No, 100%.
Grind that up, baby.
God dang good.
Is that breakfast sausage?
No, this is beef and cheddar, homeboy.
Oh, that's the best. That's my
God.
favorite. Jalapeno cheddar, beef and cheddar. Those are all good flavors.
Dang good.
Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Sparks Hockey, baby. Don't let Seth ruin your weekend.
Because he will. Because he will in multiple ways.
Who's ruined more weekends than anybody else in the world? If you had to pick one person who's ruined more hockey weekends for more hockey families.
Kim Jong-un. I don't know.
Is he
What's
playing,
the question?
Is he playing hockey?
Oh, he's a damn good athlete.
Kim Jong-un?
Kim Jong-un.
What was his sport?
Fucking golf, baby. Some bitch.
I've seen
Had
him
like
golf.
6 hole-in-ones in a row.
Did he really?
God, yes.
Well, if you're gonna,
No,
Putin probably had a
remember
couple too.
Remember Putin scored 11 goals, and then he's waving to everybody like this, and Fetisov was right there. He's like, oh! And there was a fucking rug out there,
And
and
he
he
fell.
fell. Somebody died after that.
Because whoever put the rug down. That happened to Sarah Palin and Manny Legacy in St. Louis, and I remember writing about it.
No, it happened to Manny Legacy.
Happened
not
to Manny
Sarah.
Legacy.
When
But
Sarah, I was on the
when
team then.
Sarah was coming out just to drop the puck.
Manny didn't know that the fucking carpet was there.
Well, it
and
shouldn't have been there.
Rip his
He hurt his knee.
knee. Yeah. Jesus. She follows me on Twitter. She was such
Checkett's, Dave Checkett's ownership
such
group. They're
a-
like, how dare you write that? I'm like, dude, he just walked on the ice.
Calm down,
and
Checketts.
the rug was there. I thought about Checkett's in Utah
Weirdo.
because he's a Utah guy. A lot of Mormon money there.
Marmon.
How much of your paycheck do you have to give to the Mormon church?
Fuck, I don't know.
At least 10%.
No idea. No idea.
I'd like you to start giving some money to the church.
To the church?
Mhm.
The Lord save
Use the promo code Cam&Strick for Sparks Hockey. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And it's the best investment you can make. Imagine not having to go to the hockey shop all the time to get your kids' skate
I
sharpened.
know.
Hit the button at home, bring it to the tournament, pack it in the car with the rest of the stuff, have it outside of the dressing room,
Damn right.
charge every kid $5. You might make some money. Who knows?
Yeah, no doubt. We're just
Nothing wrong with
just
that.
hook them up.
Blue Note Roofing, baby. At Blue Note Roofing, you get
You get whatever you. Well, you're gonna get a dang good roof, okay? Fascia,
siding, soffit,
siding,
fascia,
all that
gutters.
stuff. You know how that goes. Guy. I think
roofing.
he could do everything. David Novak, big time Blues
What
fan.
can he do?
I don't know.
314-920-5713. Call him today and mention our name.
Hell yeah,
314-920-5713.
David Novak. we love
David
you,
Novak. Blue Note Roofing, man. Look for the yellow
Hard
truck
working
with the
son of a
blue note on
bitch.
the side of
baby.
it.
Support some Blues. I'll tell you that right. God dang now.
Win
Right.
or,
God dang.
win
now.
or lose.
Win or lose, he supports the Blues.
Win or lose, he supports the
The
Blues.
Blues.
Man, you know why I'm never hot? Wow, why I'm never cold when I'm sitting by the fire outside?
Because you got that chair from.
Got the heated chair, baby, from True Float.
Float.
The drinks, listen, here's the deal with True Float. The drinks are never warm. My body's never cold.
That's right. Drinks never warm, body never cold. I like that, Andy. shit kicking. Alberta shit kicking.
Alberta shit kickers.
God.
TRU float.
Canada's getting a little soft. Don't get me wrong. It is what it is.
What are you talking about?
Canada's getting a little soft. It is what it is.
We'll
But-
find out in the Olympics.
But in Alberta,
Mhm.
in Saskatchewan, those guys, like, they're tough still, baby. Tough right there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
True float, baby. Get that new. I've got lots of coolers, man.
I know you do, Andy, and you stock
And
them.
they're so awesome. They're so awesome. Anyway, so check that out.
Yeah.
How you doing with those soul gummies?
Oh God, I crushed them already. I need more.
Are you?
I need more.
What'd you do with them?
I ate them and got done fucked up. I will eat those sons of bitches and just melt on my couch.
Cam couldn't talk during
melt.
the Craig Berube interview because
You're right on
you
that.
don't need the 30 milligram ones.
I ate too many of those and I became mute.
Here's the deal, though. You still felt good, though, didn't
I
you?
felt damn good. I was floating,
because
baby.
soul makes feeling good simple.
I was floating.
They make delicious hemp-derived CBD and THC products with precise dosing, clean ingredients, and formulations designed for predictable, feel-good effects. Soul is the alcohol alternative that puts you in control of
That's
your
what you
mood.
want. That's where people are going, dude.
They've got these beverages.
Yep, got some. They're pretty damn good.
They are so good.
Get your mind right.
They relax you.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And you can
baby.
get them in like 2.5 milligrams.
way more healthy
5
than
milligrams.
way more healthy than booze.
I'm kind of
more.
over booze.
So am I.
Give yourself the gift of healthier. Unwind right now. Soul's offering my audience 30% off your entire order. Go to getsoul.com. Use the promo code STRICK. Getsoul.com. Use the promo code.
Strick.
That's getsoul.com. Promo code STRICK for 30% off.
30? Jesus.
That's a great deal.
Oh my God.
Marty Biron next on the Cam and
Love
Strick
you guys.
podcast, baby. The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. I feel like I'm watching TSN right now. I've seen that backdrop, Marty.
You've seen that backdrop, yes. That's the studio.
That's the
And
studio.
I took over my son, like he was in the basement. He had the couch, the TV, everything, and he's at college. So I took over the whole basement, and that's mine now. So that's
I
good.
love it.
You got to do it, man. You got to have that set up at the house, man. You know?
Isn't your
Yes.
son? Is he playing? Is he play at Army or no?
Yeah, he is. He's played like 4-5 games this year. He's freshman. He played a couple of years. This year he's a sophomore, so he's playing a little bit more. Their number one guy is actually a guy that played in St. Louis, I think, in the Null. He's a Florida guy that played up there in the Null. And he's a sophomore too, so they both came in at the same time. So good dude, plays well, so they're having a good time.
So he's a goalie. How many
Yeah.
kids do you have that grew up playing?
I just am. It's the only boy. The other girls, the 3 girls, they did something far, I was going to say, far more expensive. They were in the equestrian field. So,
Oh boy.
No wonder you're still working.
Oh boy.
I
No wonder you
will
work
be
your ass
working
off.
until I'm 90.
I
Yes,
know, I
I've
love
still
it.
got bills to pay.
We just hit record
Yeah, we
and
just
we
go.
just go.
We don't
man.
waste time.
It's great to have you on. So much going on right now. So, and I know you're
Yes.
busy, but you got a little more energy and a little pep in your step now because Buffalo's
Doing pretty good.
They're the big
They've
story right now.
never
Marty.
done this. 13 wins in a stretch of 14 games has never been done. Like, and I know it's 10 in a row, but 13 and 14 never been done for the Sabres.
What are they doing differently?
Well, they're not giving up a lot of goals. And funny enough, the last couple of games, right? They allow Vancouver to come back in. They were up 4-0. Oh, all of a sudden, 3-0, 3-1, whatever. Vancouver comes back. Last game, the same thing, right? You're kind of opening the door. But now that you're winning, you guys know, when you're winning, you can actually teach these moments and get a little harder on guys. Be like, that can't happen. Like if you're losing, there's a lot you have to look at and whatnot. And the guys' shoulders are already down. But now not only is Lindy Ruff saying, like, we can't allow teams to score 3 in the third period and take the game over. We got to continue foot on the pedal. but the players are saying it too. But it all starts defending. Like Alex Lyon started the streak. He was fantastic. Now he's hurt. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen came in, was really good. Colton Ellis has actually played too, was good. So, but they're defending so much better. It's night and day from where they were, even last year. But I think this year it started to trend that way. The injuries were just tough, and it ended up costing Kevin Adams' job a little bit because they weren't going, but they haven't changed anything other than they're healthy and they're defending better.
Yeah, but it obviously was a good decision to bring in Jarmo. And everyone knew once Jarmo got there that he was going to eventually take over. But he's well aware of how long it's been that Buffalo hasn't made the playoffs, man. This guy wants to get into the playoffs so badly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Who would you not trade? Who's the untouchable right now for Buffalo?
Well, it's funny because I guess Tage Thompson
he said
in the media that when Jarmo came in, it was quick, but he said there's nobody that is untouchable. Basically saying, and I get it, you want to send a message, right? But
sure.
For me, there's a few. Rasmus Dahlin, no chance. Like that guy's not going anywhere. And this year has been a hard year. I can't even understand how hard away from the ring this must have been with his fiance having a heart transplant last summer. She's in Sweden. He's here. He's gone back a couple of times, right, to be with her with tests and everything. But, when you're done at the rink, usually you need something to kind of lighten it up. You're with your, fiance, you're hanging out with a couple of other guys, you're going to dinner, whatnot. He doesn't have that. It's got to be so hard. But Rasmus Dahlin's an untouchable. That's one. I'm starting to think Bo Byram would be an untouchable. I get it. But there's no way. Like Bo Byram is playing out of his mind. And with the injuries that they have on defense with Timmins hurt and Kesselring, like the fact that Byram has stepped up like that has been great. I mean, Matthias Samuelsson has played great, but I don't think you could ever say Matthias Samuelsson's an untouchable, right? You have to be in another level to be untouchable. Up front, it's very simple for me. It's Tage Thompson. It's Josh Norris. Like those two, no chance. Like you want to build something, they're untouchable. And I get, like you're going to say, Josh Doan is probably an untouchable because you got him as, I don't want to say a throw in, but you traded JJ Peterka to get a big right shot defenseman in Michael Kesselring, and Josh Doan came along. Now you're looking back. Josh Doan for JJ Peterka would have been, with their production this year, would have been fine. So there's a lot of guys that would be, I'm not talking about it unless it was a great deal, but Thompson, Norris, Dahlin, and potentially Byram would be my four. No chance.
All right, so it's interesting because I don't disagree with you at all. You didn't say Owen Power in there. I mean, listen, we'll see what happens with him. If they, eventually you got to move somebody good if you're going to bring somebody in return that's going to really help this team moving forward. Bowen Byram, I feel his agent, I feel like has been trying to get him out of there for quite some time because maybe they, Buffalo wouldn't commit to him or for whatever reason.
Yep.
So maybe that'll change. I mean, they put a contract on the table that he's looking for. You be okay with them paying him whatever he's going to want? Because I feel like from his side of things, they've been trying to maybe find a better spot for him. But maybe things have changed now with Kevin Adams out, and maybe they value him a little bit differently now moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like last summer it got blown out of proportion a little bit. Like, Byram's going to get traded. And I kept looking around like, okay, why would you do that? Like, Dahlin is your stud. Owen Power is still a question mark, but still young and going through it. But Byram is a guy that skates and is involved. He plays physical for the size, and he always was looking forward to be given an opportunity. And so what the Sabres did this year is on the first power play, you got Dahlin. On the second unit, they would go Power and Byram. Like, you're going to get power play time. And when Dahlin is gone, then Byram gets, his full share of the power play. So I think they've given him the opportunity to say, let's see what you've got, and it has paid off. There's an NHL edge stat that you take it for what it is, right? The miles skated, right? There's guys that are on the ice 25 minutes, a game. They're going to skate a lot more. But there's also guys that are on the ice for 20, 22 minutes that don't move a whole lot. They just stay to their side of the ice and whatnot. Bo Byram, I looked at the mile skate. He's everywhere. When he goes on for a 45-second shifts, he does like 3 turns of the ice. Like, he's everywhere.
I love his
skate.
Yeah.
I love a good skater. I love a guy that's involved. And and he can recover. That's the thing too. So I listen. I think that if you're Bo Byram, you're getting exactly what you wanted now, and he's producing, and it's great.
Yeah. So we'll see if they commit to him moving forward. Alex Tuck. Well, that's another one, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but like he's really good. But I think those are the type of contracts, though, Marty. If you're looking to move forward as an organization, you just got to be careful because you could end up overpaying or keeping him too long when he's not capable of playing at the level that maybe we're seeing right now, or what you want or what you expect. So those are the tough decisions you got to think long term with, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to do my best John Tortorella here, because Torts, when I played for him in New York, he would always give you a huge compliment and bring it back down after, or he would knock you right down and then tell you how good you could be, right? So Alex Tuck is an amazing hockey player, is about as power forward as a power forward could be when he puts it on, right? Like when he's on, he can skate, he can shoot, he can be physical, he defends well, kill penalties. You have all of that right there in front of you. Some nights he gets points and you're like, hey, he didn't have that much of an impact, but overall, he's always impactful. And when he got traded to Buffalo, I remember he was injured in Vegas in the trade. Like he came in, he was still banged up. So he had a red jersey on at practice. And I saw a change in practice for the whole team when Alex Tuck showed up to Buffalo. Like all of a sudden he's like, this is not going to be good enough. Like practicing at 70% speed is not going to be good enough. He was going 100 miles an hour all the time, and everybody started to jump on that. We all know he's from Syracuse, New York. He grew up, actually, his parents were next door neighbor to Tim Connolly. So he was always a Sabres fan. You know, he is the type of player you want here to build. Now, there's the negative part. Is that $11 million? Like that's because the rumor mill says he wants Kempe money. Kempe was 10.6. I'm like, I don't know. I started last summer thinking 8.5. And then all of a sudden everybody's signing big deals. I'm like, well, maybe 9. And then they're talking 10.5 plus. Like, I'm like, wait a second. Like that's 2.5, 3 million more than what I thought I was going to go like this summer personally. So that's going to be tough, especially for a guy that's going to be in his 30s and
that's what I mean.
Looking long term. Like, would you do? That's the funny thing. Like, you probably put two deals in front, and you say, okay, 5 years, 60, right? You say, we'll give you 12 for 5 years. We're going to hit it hard. Or you're like, well, if you want 7 years, we'll do 8 or 8.5 or 9, right? So now it's going to be 63 over 7, or maybe not 12, maybe like 55 over 5. Like you're like, which one do you want? You want the more money, or do you want the long term? Like I think you can maybe find a happy medium there.
How's the vibe in Buffalo right now? I know it's a short sample size. They've been through hell for the past, 13, 14 years. How's the vibe with the fans right now?
It's great. Like we had a Saturday game against Anaheim. It was a sellout. Anaheim is not a team that would draw a ton. Yes, it's a Saturday night, but we've had some amazing crowds. And really, we've had some amazing crowds, like energy-wise, all season long. Maybe the numbers were there. Maybe it wasn't 19,000 every night. Even when there was 16 or 17,000, it was great. So I feel like the vibe has been there. The efforts have been there. We had some great games at home, despite the fact that they weren't, as good, or the record wasn't as good as they are now. I remember Chicago, they beat them 9-3. It was a party. You guys got to get some of those. They got the beer sabers. Okay. I don't know if you've seen them. They're basically a big, like tall boy into a plastic sword that you're drinking out of it. People are waiting 30 minutes in line for those things on Saturday nights when they have them. And then they're chugging the beer sabers on the Jumbotron. It's a party atmosphere. And we know the Bills have the Bills Mafia, right? But I think that it's starting to be like this kind of vibe and crowd at the arena too. So it's been fantastic.
How much are those beers, by the way?
I think what I saw were $27 or $30 for the beer saber, but really like a tall boy is already like 16 or 17 bucks. So you're only paying 10 extra bucks, and then you get to keep the beer. I've seen people leave the building with 6 of them and they take them home, right? Like that's, I don't have one yet, but I'm thinking the Wednesday night's game against the Flyers is a national game, so I may have to go to the back room and find some.
Yeah, you got to find some. Send us some.
Yes.
I want a beer saber.
So do I.
Hey,
Yes.
you know, one thing that's a guarantee, whenever we do a game against Buffalo, we're going to show the graphic of all the players who were in Buffalo, who got out of Buffalo, who have won Stanley Cups and moved on, and obviously the connection with Ryan O'Reilly here in St. Louis, so we've seen that. And then, you know, I was just in Vegas the other night, saw Jack Eichel obviously doing his thing. I mean, you see Reinhart. I mean, it's just amazing. It's one after the next. Give me the one guy who you said, man, I cannot believe we allowed this guy to get away. And you knew at the time this was going to hurt us. And I have no idea why we let this guy go. Which one could have been prevented?
So it's kind of funny because you mentioned O'Reilly, Reinhart, and Eichel. And I kind of was like, you know what, those, like Ryan O'Reilly, I love the guy. He was great. You just didn't see that light in his eye at the end. And it was like, okay, let's do him a favor. Let's move him. He goes to St. Louis. Really, for the first half of that season in St. Louis, it wasn't good, but it turned on with Binnington and everything. So great for him. Eichel, there was the neck issue, you know, so there was a big battle. You move on. Reinhart, funny enough, I was like, that's fine. Like, Sammy's been here forever. It hasn't worked. Is he the leader of the pack? Like, I don't think Sam Reinhart's a great player.
Yeah.
And Team Canada, Four Nations, Olympics, Stanley Cups, whatever. But I don't think Sam would ever be that number one in the packing order, right? So you move on from him. The one guy that I felt like, oh, I love this guy, and I loved his heart, his personality, the human being that he is. And the player that he turned out to be was Brendan Montour. And he still went to Florida and won a cup, and now he's in Seattle. But we were just in Seattle a month ago. Saw him, big hug, man. Like, how you doing? I love the guy. So he hurt a little bit because it was one of those where the Sabres bought low, were able to sell a little higher, and they made the deal. But, man, if you had, they probably replaced Montour later with a Bo Byron, but I think Montour had the same skating and everything. I feel like that one, I was like, oh, I wish they could hang on to him for a little bit longer. But I totally understand the view of everybody, you know, seeing Sabres trade guys and they win the cup. Yes, but O'Reilly, Eichel, Reinhart, they were all players that were going to be moved because it wasn't working, right? The part of it was you missed the playoffs for 14 years. Why? Because, well, the guys that maybe you thought were going to work didn't work. So you sometimes have to move on and try again.
Well, why didn't they work, though? Why didn't it work? If you look at even if you look at the lineup in like 2017, they were loaded. What happened?
Well, maybe they were a little too young to get to that point. And I feel like the Sabres, like bringing in Ryan O'Reilly was a good move and it started to trend the right way. But then, you know, you had coaching change. You know, Phil Housley came and Ralph Kruger came in. Maybe those weren't the coaches you needed for that group, right? And coaching is such a big part of the NHL. They bring back Lindy Ruff. And Lindy is an older, experienced coach, but maybe that's what you've needed all along, right? You needed a guy like him. They tried with Bylsma. I think they pulled the plug on Bylsma, maybe a little too early, in my opinion. I really like Dan, but there was a lot. So there's been a lot of different reasons why it hasn't worked. Goaltending, like since Ryan Miller, like, can you really tell me, like, who has stood out as a goaltender in Buffalo that you can say, because of that guy, we've been able to win, right? There hasn't been that steady presence in net, consistent presence in net. That's a big part of that too. So there's a lot of reasons why it didn't work. I think youth, coaching, and goaltending is probably the top three.
Who'd you guys have? You had Olmark there. You had
Olmark for a little bit.
Leonard. Like you had Robin,
Robin
for a
Leonard.
minute.
Oh, Robin.
Before that, we had we had a Lindback. Anders Lindback was there for. Chad Johnson was there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Jonas Enra. Then we had Craig Anderson, which Andy was great. I love Andy. He was, you know, older, 40 plus. He was there, but you need. Show me a good coach, show me a good team, I'll show you a good goalie. That's as simple as that. But we haven't had that consistency in net in the last probably 14 years.
All right, so let me ask you this, because if we were doing this interview 5 weeks ago, I think we'd be like, okay, so who's the next coach of the Buffalo Sabres? Lindy Ruff is going to be replaced. They got to get a new GM. They got to get a new coach. Now they're winning all these games. So are you comfortable moving forward with Lindy? Like, what's changed with him now since the new vibe in Buffalo, and how long do you think he wants to keep doing this?
So it's kind of funny because I think Lindy Ruff's message for the last year and a half was we have to bear down defensively. Like, I know you guys all want your cookies and scoring lots of goals and all of that, but defensively is going to be how we're going to win games. And the first thing Jarmo Kekalainen said when he was hired is like, I see a team that's looking to score the next goal more than they're looking to win the game. And at first I was like, what does that mean? Like, you need to score the next goal, but it's not so much like in a 1-1 game or at the start of the game. It's when you're up 3-2. Right? Are you looking to score the next goal or you're looking to lock it down? And I think that now Jarmo's saying that, Lindy's message, I feel like I played for Lindy, and you have to be a smart hockey player to keep up with the changes in game, going from a 2-1-2 to a 1-2-2 to a 1-3-1 left wing lock. Like, he will change on the fly, and you have to be able to adjust. And that's why, like, Mike Greer's a GM now, Chris Drury's a GM, and Dan Briere's a GM. They were all smart people and smart hockey players. It worked. And I think it took a little bit of time for that. Now, I think it was rumored that Lindy had a 2-year deal. I don't get into coach's contract or whatever. So this would be Lindy basically in his last year of his contract. And I don't know what they're going to do. Like, if he continues to have success and he wants to stay, you're going to have to keep going. Now, if it didn't work, you obviously are going to have to look somewhere else. But I think Lindy came back to Buffalo to be part of this organization long-term, as a coach, as an advisor, as whatever. And I think he'll be here long-term. It just depends on the success on the ice.
So why didn't it work with Kevin Adams? And listen, everyone knew that he was going to be out, and the rumors were flying all over the place. But I think he won his last 3 games. I mean, rarely are you on a 3-game winning streak, and that's when you get fired. So it was interesting, the timing of it all in terms of when they decided to get to move on from him. But even talking to other alumni, we've had so many. And you mentioned Brandon Montour, by the way.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation with
great.
him coming on. I just never got the sense that people understood why Kevin Adams was the GM to begin with. Maybe it was just a strange hire from the beginning. So the timing of it, though, it was intro. Why didn't it work with him?
So I've worked with Kevin Adams for now probably 12, 13 years. Like, the day I retired, I had 2 phone calls. I had a phone call from the guys at TSN saying, Marty, we'd love you to join our team. MSG, TSN called. And then Kevin Adams called me and was like, I'm working on a project here in Buffalo with the Pagulas. It's going to be, the Harbor Center, the Lecom Harbor Center, and we're going to have the Academy of Hockey. I want you to build me a goalie program. So I've worked with Kevin for since I retired in 2013, right? For the last 13 years. And he's a great hockey mind. Like, he thinks and sometimes overthinks a lot of things, but he's well prepared, takes notes, great communicator. Now, I do feel that there was a time where the organization with him was taking steps forward, and then maybe, that year where they were a point out and Florida actually got in and made it all the way to the finals as the 8th seed. But that year really hurt the Sabres, and it kind of stopped them in their track, and then they went backwards. Why didn't it work with Buffalo with Kevin Adams? Well, I mentioned it, like, you show me a good goalie. I think that they weren't able to find a groove in net to say, hey, we've got a steady, and there was a revolving door. Even like, you make the trade for Devin Levi, and Levi isn't ready yet, and he's in the AHL. And so you're looking at a lot of these things. Personally, I think he's made some great moves. Like, the Cousins for Norris move is great, but Norris got hurt, right? He got hurt last year, got hurt this year. That stinks. He made the Bo Byram move. He traded Casey Millistat and got Bo Byram in the deal. Fantastic. He made the Peterka move, got Norris and Kesselring. Fantastic. I think he did a lot of great. But patience in Buffalo has been running thin. And so you're Terry Pagula, you're the hockey department. You're thinking, okay, we have Jarmo right there, which we've now had for 6 months, because Jarmo was hired last offseason, right? So he was there as an advisor for 6 months. They probably want to move in with a little bit more experience. But there's even people here like, man, like, if Kevin Adams was still the GM and his team was doing this, we'd be praising him for what he's done. And that's true. He did a lot of good things. It was just timing didn't work out.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, It's but Buffalo has always been like an enigma, you know. Like I'm from Buffalo originally, so I've always grew up a Sabres fan. I like the Sabres, and you always want them to be good. Tage Thompson, what was your opinion of Tage Thompson when he first got there? Like, did you see him turning into the guy he is now? Because it didn't. Like, I saw a stat, or someone was telling me a stat of his numbers, his first 100 games or what he played, and now he's turned it on where he's one of the most dangerous offensive goal scorers in the league.
And it's funny, his biggest weapon is one-timer that's 102 miles an hour. He hasn't scored a goal this year on that big shot. And but when I saw him the first time, I'm like, man, this kid is huge. We did an interview with him during like development camp or rookie camp or whatever, and he sat down, and when he got up, it's like he unfolded in 4 places. Like he sat down, and then when he stood up, I'm like, he kept unfolding to be taller and taller and taller. I'm like, this guy's massive, right? And then you watch him on the ice, he has unbelievable skills. But you're like, is he going to be? Hands are incredible. And for a big man like this, you shouldn't be able to stick handle in the phone booth and around your feet. Like, you shouldn't be able to see down there, and he can do it. Now, I wasn't sure how this was all going to be, put together. When Don Granato said, we're going to try Tage in the middle of the ice, I was like, Tage is not the best defensive forward that you can find, but what he was seeing is the offense, giving him more room to operate, right? Not being stuck on the wall and having to be restricted. And even last year and a half, Lindy Ruff has tried to move Tage to the wing, and he had good production, but he's not nearly as impactful on the wing as he is in the middle of the ice. It'll be interesting with Team USA if he's in the middle or if they put him on the wing, because I think in the middle, he's way more impactful. He's way more dangerous, attacking the defense, and then kind of with his long reach, pulling back and holding that puck back there like Ovechkin did for many years. And they tried to get to him, and they can't. He gets in tight. I feel like he's developed into a superstar. Still to this day, when he walks into the locker room in Buffalo with his skates on, he has to put his head down because the frame, they didn't think they were going to get a guy that big with skates, so he has to dip his head to go in. But the skills off the charts. I
remember the first time I saw him play in prospect camp here in St. Lucas. And just seeing him rip the puck, Marty, I was like, oh my God. The way the puck came off his stick. And then it just didn't click right away. But, sometimes you got to listen. That is a trade. You can look at it like it worked for both teams, right? I mean, the Blues would love to have Tage Thompson today, trust me. But at the end of the day, it worked out for both teams,
Yeah, I know. And this summer, his dad was in Buffalo running like a little skate. And so Tice and Tage and a bunch of other guys were there. And it was kind of funny because their dad put him through the drills. They were soaking wet and drenched after every skate. And I was like, that's when dad gets on the ice, it's going to be tough.
Was he the one that got rocked? Was it maybe last year where he got rocked to center ice and no one really did anything? That was a big deal. But then he fought.
That was who is it with
who
New
got
Jersey?
him?
Which team?
I think it was New Jersey.
I think it was Jersey. He got rocked coming out of the blue line.
I'd have to pull up that, but you know what he did this year? He fought him.
Yeah,
he was like,
did damn good.
Guys were like, we'll get him, and Tage was like, no, I got him. And he went and fought him this year. Like early in the game, he was like, you know what? I'm going after you.
Yeah. Stefan Noesen.
Yeah, Stefan Nason. That's who it was. Yeah, Nason rocked him. And then, and that was, look, I don't love, and Cam, this, like players sometimes in the locker room, they'll say things to the media, and it's like, ooh, like, I don't know how that's going to, play out in the room. And during the season, nobody really said anything. Lindy Ruff says, we need guys in there. That's not going to happen again. But Tage over the summer, I think he was on NHL Network doing an interview maybe, and he said nobody did anything, and that wasn't going to happen again. And we had a conversation, and I wasn't happy, and I'm like, whoa. Like,
that was with us, man.
No, that was with you guys. You're right. That was with you guys.
Yeah.
He did say that. As I was saying, I'm like, maybe it was with you guys, but it was with you guys. And he said no. And I was like, wow. Like, there's a guy, you got to be confident to say those things out. Like, and walk back into the locker room, and everybody's like, hey, you're right. Like, that's not the way it's going to go. And then he fought him Yeah, that was great. Like, I got to give it to Tage. Like, he's a quiet guy off the ice too, now that he's got the family and everything, but he loves Buffalo and he loves this team. He doesn't always show it like Josh Allen would do it with the Bills, but it's there, and it's really deep in him.
Before we move away from Buffalo, Terry Pegula, like his involvement with the Sabres versus the Bills, like is it the same? Because the Bills have been so good for so long, and listen, football's different, man. You get a elite generational Hall of Fame quarterback, man. That's 98% of it, right? I mean, you got to
you get a Carey Price. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is. It's a goalie.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: like, Terry Pegula was a Sabres fan from years and years ago. Loves hockey. Watches the game. He's there in development camp in the summer watching the rookies, right? And then he'll watch his daughter Jessie on his phone as she is at the French Open in Wimbledon. I'm like, dude, you should be in courtside in Wimbledon, and he's watching it on his phone because he wants to watch the prospects, and he loves hockey. Now, the thing with the Bills is, but the Bills, they kind of weren't going the right direction, and then he hired Sean McDermott and then Brendan Bean, and that changed things. Like, they've been so steady, and obviously Josh Allen, but they've been so steady because he had the right pieces in place. Maybe Yarmo's that guy now that comes in at the right time, be it like, not that Yarmo did any changes, but maybe Yarmo's coming in at the right time to say, now I'm building my own thing. Like, he brought in his guy from Columbus, Mark Bergevin is around. Like, he's building his hockey department now the way he wants to. I'm interested to see how that plays out, but the involvement, like, Mr. Pegula will be at the Bills mini camp, at the Sabres development camp. He'll be at games. He's involved and he wants to know what's going on. But I feel like he was able to put the right people in place at the Bills that brought stability. He's been searching for that in Buffalo for sure.
Yeah. How was your relationship? I know you were up and down with Buffalo, but how was your relationship with Dom, Dominic Hasek?
Oh, Dom and I, so it's kind of funny because like, you never know how Dominic Hasek is going to be, right? And I get drafted in the first round. I played a few games. I'm in Rochester doing well, but I mean, there was nobody like Dom. But then I played with Dom and for a couple of years, and we sat next to each other, and we would talk a lot about whatever other games. I was in charge of the TV in the locker room. I always had it on NHL Network, TSN. Like, I wanted highlights, and we would talk about other goalies, and then we start to really kind of develop a little bit more of a, hey, we're partners, let's go. He wasn't threatened by me. Like, he was Dominic Hasek, and that was great. Funny enough, in the 04-05 year during the lockout, we played some charity games in Utica, New York with Robert Ashe, and Hasek came in and he sat in his stall and he wasn't talking to anybody. So I grabbed my gear and I went and sat next to him. And I'm like, what do you need? And he goes, I don't know. So then I went and grabbed and the guys were dying because we went and grabbed Red Bull and vodka and we put it in a stall. And so we're like, there you go, Dom. And so then he loosened up, right? Then he was like, oh, okay. So we kind of build this only for a couple of years, this kind of good relationship that now when he's back in Buffalo, he comes on to the pregame or on the TV radio show. He's awesome. Always chat. He tells me about, I think it was maybe now 4 years ago, he had a kid and he's like, look, he's showing me picture. He's loving it. Right. So, he was a unique individual, but he was, I don't know. I kind of got along really well with him and it was awesome. I learned a lot from him. People are like, how did you learn from Dom? He just lays there and does his own thing. No, I learned a lot about like the game, reading the game, preparation. Like, he was fantastic.
Like, what'd he say to you? Like, because he's so awkward and he's falling on his back. Like, was he ever be like, hey, don't do that. Be more square to the puck. This is how athletic I am. This is what I do. Or
was he like, you just sit there. I'm going to play every game.
Yeah.
No, it was more like about the game itself. Like, we did a lot of drills, like skating drills in the crease, and he was always really good on his feet. He moved really well. There's times where I say, tough playing the puck. Like, he wasn't a puck playing goalie, and he tried sometimes because he thought he wasn't good. But he would come back to the bench sometimes, and I'd be like, did you see him back door? He goes, Oh yeah, 72. I know. He was right there, right-handed shot, back door. I'd be like, oh my God, how did you see that? Like, I would have been so puck focused. I would never have seen somebody wide open back door, the way he shoots, who the player is, tendencies, like his computer just was able to, I almost, yeah, he was like RoboCop. Like he would scan the ice and he knew where everybody was at all time. Like it's just, wow, that's how you learn, by watching him. And then we would do like 3-on-3 games in practice. And my goal was to beat him. Like I wanted to win the game. And then I'd be so pumped I'd beat him. And then he'd be like, you know, yeah, I didn't really feel like it this morning. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot.
Hey, listen, Cam and I were watching your fight with Ray.
Yeah.
Marty, dude.
Marty, like you're watching this whole brawl go down. Chris Drury goes down. So, like, when do you say to yourself, "Okay, I gotta get down there"? And what's your mindset when you know you're going toe to toe with probably the toughest goalie in the league, right?
Yeah, I knew he was tough because
you know? Yeah.
I had seen his fights in the American League, and you know, guys were saying like he fights the tough guys in the AHL, and we had played at Ottawa all the time, right? We were playing them, you know, and in 05-06 we played him 8 times. In 06-07 we played him 8 times plus the playoffs. It was like we played him all the time. So we're in, you know, in 07 approaching the trade deadline, and you know, Drury gets hit, but it wasn't just Drury. We had lost like so many guys to injuries. The 5 or 6 games before that there was a sense of frustration with the injuries, right? Like, man, can we stop getting guys hurt? And Chris Neal hated Chris Neal, right? And who liked Chris Neal? Like, Cam, you played against him. You hated Chris Neal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know he's great and great teammate and great in the community, but hated Chris Neal. So he's the one that elbowed Drury in the head. So, you know, at the time, you know, Stafford went after Neal. The refs took care of it, and we're home. So we have last change. So Murray, the coach for the Ottawa Senators, puts out Spezza, Heatley, and Mike Comrie on the ice. And Lindy Ruff puts out Peters, Mayer, and Coletta. Pat Coletta is his first NHL game.
Really?
So I'm like,
Lefty.
this is going to be fun, right? So I'm already loosen up my glove, and I'm like, this is go time. And sure enough, puck drops, everything happens, it's go time. And so I tell that story a lot, but you guys will laugh because I had always kind of loved a good goalie fight, right? The Vernon, Waugh, Osgood, Waugh, Potvin, Ekstall. And I knew Felix Potvin a little bit. We had the same agent back then, and Felix was just a little guy. He was not big, and he beat up Ekstall, made him bleed, and I'm like, one day maybe that's gonna be me. I'm the little guy, like I was 6'2", 165 pounds. Like it was, you know, but I'm gonna get a couple lucky shots and I'm gonna knock somebody down. I tried to go after John Graham one year. I tried to go after Sean Burke. I tried to go after all the tough guys. I was crazy. I never got to them, but now I'm like, I'm gonna get my chance, right? So I get in front of Ray and he's got this big smile, like, this is like my appetizer. Where's the full meal, right? So, and we get in there and I grab him and all of a sudden his right hand is just coming at me like swinging and I'm like, oh crap. And I go down, he's on top of me and I'm like, let's get back up. He's like, yeah, damn right. And then we tangle, he falls down, we get up and then he looks over and he sees Andrew Peters come in and he's like, I'm done with this poor schmuck. I'm going after the big guy, right? But I always wanted to get in a fight, even though I knew I was probably going to get beat up. I had no idea what I was doing, so much so that after the game, so my brother Matthew, who played in the NHL, he was playing in Hamilton that year in the 8. So he was at the game and he goes, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I know he's tough. He goes, no, if you're going to fight, don't fight him as a lefty. I'm like, what do you mean fight him as a lefty? I didn't know there was a way to come in. Like, I just grabbed, but my right hand grabbed his shirt, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, what do I do with my left hand? His right hand just started to wheel. He goes, no, you got to go in with your left hand, grab his right hand, and then try to get loose. And I'm like, I have no idea what I was doing. So yeah, so not only was I way of an underdog, I didn't know what to do, and I went in the wrong hand. So that was 3 strikes and you're out right there.
I know. Good for you, though, man.
Good for you. You got balls, man. Good for you.
I know.
The boys probably loved it anyway.
That was my last home game in Buffalo as a Sabres because
Really?
I got traded to Philly a few days later. So I did play in Ottawa against the Sens a few days later. I actually got pulled. I was so jacked up, amped up for the game. I couldn't even stop a puck. Like I thought I was going to fight everybody again. So, and then I got traded. But after the fight, I got in the locker room. Andrew Peters and I were, kicked out. And all the guys that were injured and the extras all had pizzas and wings in the lounge, right? So I'm sitting in the lounge eating pizza and wings in my full gear, watching the rest of the game. It ended up being a shootout win, 6-5 win. Ryan Miller made a save at the end on the shootout. The crowd went nuts, but I've got like barbecue sauce all over my face, all over my towel. Like, it was just fantastic.
Hey, I got to ask you, because, the other day in Chicago, like, there's not enough room on the bench for the backup goaltender to sit, which I think is ridiculous. Every
So
NHL
stupid.
building should have room for the backup goaltender. And if the visiting backup goaltender can't fit, then the home team shouldn't be able to have their backup goaltender on the bench, right? There's some buildings like San Jose, you got to sit by the Zamboni.
Montreal.
Yeah, it's just, and that never makes sense to me, But has that ever happened to you where all of a sudden they're like, you're in and you're just not ready to go?
Well, the Tomas Hertl goal in San Jose, everybody remembers he put the puck between his legs, and that was like my second last game. And then I said, screw it, I'm retiring. I can't keep up with these kids. So I was across the way in San Jose, and in the first period, I actually kind of like you're sitting off to the side, and they put a couple mats down, and I stepped on like metal and plastic, and I'm like, that's all right. I'll get them fixed later or whatever. And then in the second period, I get called in. I like one skate was so dull, I couldn't even stand up. Like I just kept slipping out, right? I give up all these goals, and then I'm stoning it in between periods, hoping it's okay. And then Hertl scores, and I'm like, man, like should have really I should have the skates they have now where you pop in the blade in and out. But San Jose was awful. Although Montreal was great, even though you're not on the bench because you had all the hot dogs. You could go in and grab a few hot dogs. So one game in Montreal, we're down after the first period, like 2-1. And I was playing. And I took a penalty in the last minute of the first period. I punched somebody, took a penalty, and they scored on the power play to go up 2-1. And the shots were like 22-5 in the first for the Canadians. And we come back in the room, and Lindy Ruff comes in, and he goes to Mika Norinen. He goes, Mika, you're going, and Marty, you're out. I told everybody, I'm sick and tired of bad penalties. Doesn't matter who you are. If you take a bad penalty, you're going to be coming out, and you're going to be sitting. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was the number one star in that first period, but whatever. So I go into the office. Him and I have a big FU match going on, and I slam the door, and I'm out. So they go back on the ice for the start of the second period, and I'm on this side. So I go to George Babcock, our equipment guy. I'm like, can you get me a couple hot dogs? He goes, yeah, but stay in the skate room. Don't walk around. I'm like, screw that. Like, so I'm standing on the side of the glass across the bench, and I got my 2 hot dogs. I'm eating my hot dogs.
I
right?
remember this.
And Montreal goes 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. And Lindy Ruff is across the ice, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, I'm eating my hot dog. You pull me, that's on you. It didn't really go well. We had a conversation about that the next day.
Well, the camera was on you, I think.
There's a camera. Well, I knew the camera was going to be on me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even hiding this. Not the smartest thing to do. But that situation the other day was funny. So I don't know if you guys can confirm or deny this, but I had heard that Dominic Hasek used to do this when he wasn't playing in the third period, and he was like, I'm not going in. He would literally be halfway undressed, right? So I had heard that maybe Hofer had taken his chest and arm off and everything, and then all of a sudden they're looking for him, and he's rushing to put it back on. And by the time he got it back on, the game was on again. So he's kind of hiding around the corner, like, maybe I should have kept my gear on.
Well,
but anyway,
that's what happened.
7 minutes left.
But I will say, and I don't want to get into the whole story because it wasn't told to me for public reasoning, and I'll tell you later. But like, this is not on the coaches. I will say that. Like, he was given a heads up, like, be ready, and whatever it is.
There's also the later in my career that happened a lot, where you're on the bench and it's 1-0, 2-0, and you can feel the coach looking at you as the backup right here on the bench, and you're like, can I disappear? I don't want to go in. Like, you don't want to make eye contact with the coach. Early in your career, as soon as there's a goal, you're looking like, you want to put me in? Like you're eager to go in. Late in my career, I was like, no way, man. Don't even look over here. Like, I don't want to do it.
And like in Binnington, like, I mean, like a lot of goalies, like he hates being pulled, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So hates it. But I think in that situation, I think he would have loved to just get out of there, you know?
But he started a little bit, and then it was like nothing's happening, and then
Yeah.
he's back, and he's like, whatever. But
I know.
Well, that's
No.
how the rumors get started too. You know,
Oh,
they
I
see
know.
the camera, they put it all together. They think Binnington didn't want to come out, so it's a fuck you match with Monty. It just
yeah.
there's kind of chaos.
But it wasn't like I
No.
think he would have liked to get out of there in that situation.
And you think he would have liked to get out of there? How about Jacob Markstrom after giving up 9 and he
Oh my
stayed in the whole
God.
time?
Yeah.
Like that's another one. Cam, you know that's your former team over there. Like
Yes.
that was not good.
Well, Lundqvist was kind of chirped him a little bit too on the broadcast
Yeah.
as well. But that was after Nico Hischier had a fight, and they're getting bullied around, and they want to respond, and they get killed. Oh my God, they got
Yeah,
a
no,
tough thing going in Jersey
You
right
think
That
that
wasn't
like
good.
Like Sheldon, he's got to get him out of there. Like, what do you think when you see a goalie just kind of hung out to dry like that?
So the first thing I thought is 1995. Montreal, Detroit, Patrick Waugh, Mario Tremblay left him in, right?
Yep,
For
yep,
9 or whatever. And then he pulled him finally. And I'm
Trade
like,
me.
he's like, this is my last game in this jersey. He told
Yeah.
the president behind the bench. If, like, number one, Markstrom never got pulled. But if he had gotten pulled after 8 or 9, I think he would have walked up to the president's box and said, I'm out. Like, that's the first thing I thought of. It's just, maybe Sheldon Keefe wanted to send a message to Jacob Markstrom, who hasn't been playing well, but that was very, very tough to see. You know, that was,
They've
was,
had
that
a
was
weird
tough
year.
one.
They've
And
had a
It's
weird
been a
year.
weird year.
The 9th goal, though, I mean, like some of these goals were late in the 3rd period, though,
Yeah.
too, you know? So,
Hey, have you ever gotten hurt off the ice? Kind of like with a Jack Hughes or Alex Toropchenko burned himself barbecuing. Like
John Van Beesbrook.
John Van Beesbrook
Yeah.
back in the day. Have you gotten banged up?
I think
off
John
the ice?
Graham was that too in Boston. Didn't he, like, at the bar, he sprained his ankle, and then the next day he got on the ice and he just pretended he tripped and came off the ice. Like,
Yeah.
like there's been some of that. No, I never did. Although I was playing softball, like, you know, church league softball in the summer, and the competitor in me, like, I remember we had a game late August. That was for the semifinal or whatnot. And I slid to third base and I literally ripped my whole like ass cheek and thigh. Like it was too blood, right? And it took a while to heal up. And you show up at camp and they're like, what did you do here? And there's still pieces of stone left in there, right? You didn't get out or whatever. You're like, I was playing softball. So I tried to be a little bit more careful, but yeah, man.
Softball's dangerous, just so you know.
Softball is dangerous.
You're damn right. It really is.
How was Henrik Lundqvist? Like, as a just playing, you play with, you know, him, you play with Dominic Hasek. Like, I'll be curious who you're taking in a must-win Game 7 between those two, by the way.
I
But,
think
like,
I'm taking Hasek. Although, like, I played with Hasek, Miller, and Lundqvist. All three, you know, won Vezina trophies, and you know, I mean, Lundqvist and Hasek are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's a debate as if Miller would be or not, but he was unbelievable. Lundqvist was interesting because my first year, so you know, I get there and we don't really know each other. We've played against each other a ton, right? Philly, New York, Islanders, New York. Like, we played against each other a lot. So don't know him all that well. Now, my second year, we start and we go on the road. And I get on the plane, and at the start of every year, you're kind of like, where am I going to sit, right? Mark Stahl was hurt. He still had the concussion from Eric Stahl hitting him the year before. So Mark used to sit next to Lundqvist. So Hank goes, there's a seat here. So I sat next to Hank, and we always sat next to each other for the rest of my time in New York. And I'm a little bit more of a loosey guy. Like, the game is over. 5 minutes later, I'm fine. Like, what's on the plane? What's the food? Like, I'm watching my TV shows, whatever. But Lundqvist would keep that to him. Like, he would be angry 48 hours later, right? So I could see that on the plane. And I would always kind of like talk to him. And sometimes he'd give me the Heisman, like almost like, I don't want to talk. And then I was watching like maybe Entourage or Californication or one of those shows, Dexter, back in the days. And then all of a sudden, Hank is like, you got splitters? Like, can I watch? And I'm like, sure. Get splitters, get the headphones. now I'm like, the next trip, I'm like, you want to watch? He goes, yeah. So I'm like, okay, here you go. Then the next trip, like I'm, doing something else. I'm eating whatever. He goes, are you going to get the shows? Like, let's go. Like, so I'm like, oh, maybe I had a little bit of an influence on him, like being able to let go of what just happened, good or bad.
Yes.
Every time we got on and he was awesome. I don't know if you guys had heard this story, but he would do a wine lottery after every shutouts. So if he had a shutout, the next road trip, so he would stop at the liquor store. Often, him and I would drive to the liquor store. He'd go get 4 really nice bottles of wine, right? Like you're talking about $250 bottles of wine, and he would bring him on the trip. And then he did a wine lottery. So he picked the guy's numbers and saying thank you to the guys for playing well in front of him for the shutout. So, and the guys loved it. We'd take off on the plane, and he would go up front. He'd get the microphone and be like, it's time for your favorite game show. It's Hank's Wine Lottery. And everybody, yeah. And then he would pull guys' names and he would give them that bottle of wine. And the guys loved it. Like, it was awesome. So for all the serious and the good looking and dressed that Henrik Lundqvist is, there was a lot of relaxed and fun side of him that a lot of people didn't get to see, but we did, and it was awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, I love hearing
I know
that, dude.
other goalies who do that too, on the plane and stuff like that. So that's cool. Is it true that you used an entire roll of tape on each skate?
Oh, God.
Pretty
Each
much, like
ankle or
about 90% of a roll on it. And then you can see here, these are the skates that I wore my whole career right behind me.
Since you were a
I'll
Bantam,
bring
right? Is
them
that
up.
true? I
Wait
saw
a
that in a
second.
different
Yeah, let me see
interview.
those.
So let me put my headphones back on. So those were in 1994-95 season, or 95-96. I was in juniors, and we had the Reebok pump, right? Like pump, like they were awesome. So I started wearing them, and then they were starting to wear down, but the pumps would make like your foot just so comfortable. And then I get called up in 95-96 as an 18-year-old to Buffalo, and then we played Toronto and Felix Potvin, and I saw Felix had a lot of tape around his ankles, but Felix played wide, and whenever I tried to play a little wider, I felt like my skates were giving out on me, like they weren't holding my ankle straight. I'm like, well, that's the trick. Like, you put a lot of tape and it's going to hold it together. So I started to do a little bit of tape, but then it's a science, because if you put too little, it would break off and it would like not stay the whole game. But if you put too much, you can't move. So you have to find the right company of tape. Like, you would go on the road sometimes and they had the crappy tape, and then I had to go in my bag and grab other rolls that I brought from home. But yeah, so these skates, from my second year of juniors all the way to my last NHL game, the same pair of skates for the whole time, over like 500 games played and 1,000 more like dressed or whatever.
Wow.
Listen, I want to get your take on some Olympic goaltending, but I'm curious because you just mentioned it, reminded me, because I think you were the 4th youngest goaltender to ever play in the NHL.
At the time, yes.
At the time, right, when you came in. What's your take on when goalies should play? Like, and how did that impact the rest of your career, you think? Like, were you, because you obviously probably weren't ready. I mean, you could play. You're a first-round pick, and obviously were a great junior goaltender. Your numbers in junior are unbelievable.
Yep.
You had some great, accolades, and people should look up what you accomplished prior to getting to the NHL. But how did that impact the rest of your career moving forward? Like, did you go back to junior after that game having confidence or no?
I actually just got called up on emergency, right? Because Hasek was hurt and Rob Stauber was hurt and Andrei Trifilov was hurt, and they had all these injuries. So I got called up. I stayed 6 games. I was on a PTO, actually ATO, amateur tryout. They gave me $500 a game. But then at my last game, before I got sent back down, they had the contract for me, so I got to sign my contract. But then I went back to juniors for that year and another year. I had 2 years in the American League before being a full-time NHL guy. Actually, my first year in the AHL was so bad that I ended up in the ECHL for a few games. Ooh. So it was like, oh my gosh, I played NHL, now I'm playing AHL, and now I'm playing ECHL. Like, it's not going the right way. I got lucky along the way. Some injuries opened the door for me to play and whatnot. But yeah, when it comes to younger goalies, there's not a one size fit all type of plan. Like, you have to look at the individuals. There's guys like when Carey Price was 19 going on 20 and was done with juniors. He played with my brother in Hamilton. He won the Calder Cup. He was the MVP. My brother was like, this guy's going to be in the NHL next year and will be one of the best goalie. Like, you could tell. Jacob Fowler in Montreal.
Yeah.
I watched him play and I'm like, I mean, maybe they'll send him back to Laval at some point because they may have to make a roster move or whatnot, but he's probably the better one of the three right now. But funny enough, like if you watch Jesper Wallstedt last year in the AHL, you're like, this guy probably needs another couple of years in the AHL because he's terrible. And now he's in the NHL and he's doing good. Everybody has a different path. So it's individualized, but I don't look at age as he's 22 or he's 25 or he's 27 or he's 29. I look at what you've done, where you've played, your experience, how you are right now, your athleticism, your speed, your size. Like there's so many factors that come into play.
What do you think about the Olympics and what's going on with the rinks and whatnot and kind of not ready? You know, there's no door handles. You know, there's screws laying everywhere.
There's holes in the ice.
There's holes in the ice. Like, good God. It's kind of a cluster, you know?
So the size of the rink doesn't bother me because, like, I was with the Rangers when we went to Europe and we played at the rink in Stockholm, and like, come to find out, the rink was 196 feet long. Like, it wasn't 200 feet long. Whatever. I think everybody's going to be fine with that now. You know, you would expect the Olympics to have the best facilities, right? Let's go. Let's bring these top-end athletes, especially for the hockey, the women's and the men's. Like, it's the best. Like, let's go. And it's going to be, and the main rink is not my concern. Like, the main rink, I think they're putting away. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of the secondary rink, the rink where some of the other teams are going to play. Like, it looks like your little municipal rink from the corner that
the local town
has been
rink
that doesn't have any funding.
Yeah.
No, and it looks like it's been like not maintained for years. Like that's what it is. So I'm like, but it's the Olympics. It will be fine. They'll put some lipstick on a pig type of situation and make it look good, and we'll have some fun. But you know, Andy, you're talking about goaltending the Olympics. Like, it's interesting to me what Team Canada is going to do, because really Logan Thompson's been the best guy, but there's some volatility with Logan Thompson. You never know what you're going to get. It's that old Forrest Gump chocolate thing. And are you going to trust Darcy Kemper, or do you go back to Jordan Binnington despite the really tough season he's having? Like, that is a soap opera in itself when it comes to the Olympics and hockey with Team Canada.
Hey, what do you think of this whole mess in Ottawa where they had to bring out the press release about one guy on freaking Twitter that nobody knows says one thing and they overreact? I'm on Twitter all damn day like a psycho, and I didn't see anything, and all of a sudden I read this press conference, or there's a press release, and I'm like, oh, interesting, and I looked it up and I saw all the drama, but I would have no idea if they didn't put that out.
Well, that's the thing, like, and I get you're protecting your team, your players, because in the market in Ottawa, it probably was everywhere, right? Because everybody's sad. But around the NHL, like, you're right. Before they put out the thing, I had no idea what was going on. Although it was interesting to me that, like, and I'm all very cognizant of like players and personal leave, right? And when I played, there was times where I'm like, looking back, I probably should have told the team, I got to go away for 3-4 days here, but I wasn't going to do that. Like, you know, like we had two of my girls were born in the playoffs or right before the playoffs. And I was like, okay, I felt nervous to go tell the GM, hey, I'm going to miss practice tomorrow because we're going in for the birth of my child. I felt like guilty of it almost, right? Like, there's no way I would have taken a personal leave. That just was different. But I understand that it's needed and all of it. Now, there's also your team, your organization winning. It's big money. It's like, so that battle is never going to go away, right? Like, would Ottawa want Linus Ullmark there? 100%. Like, I'd be like, when is he coming back? We're struggling. But at the same time, you're like, no, we support our guys. So it's hard. But that's why I think that you get all these rumors now, because like, nothing is being detailed, right? You're not going to say he had to go home for this, that, the other thing. So it opens the door. That's another part of why I want the NHL to go like the NFL and label injuries and be able to do starting goalies and label injuries. Why? Because number one, there's gambling, but it takes away from all this nonsense of rumors. You just put it out there and that's good and it's over.
I know.
I
All
get you.
So back to the Olympics real quick. So
Yep.
you got Hellebuck and Ottinger. It's probably the two-headed monster there for USA. Thompson, Binnington, the two-headed monster probably for Canada, although Darcy Kemper, you never know. And I would imagine there's going to be a plan, right? So they know who's going to start game one, then maybe the next guy starts game two, and then they start figuring it out from there. How do you think it's going to play out for Canada? I mean, do you think Binnington's going to get the nod for the first game when you consider his track record going back to last season and how he's performed in big games? I mean, he's got a reputation as one of the best big game goaltenders in the league. Do you think outside of what he's done this year, like it's not going to impact their willingness, John Cooper and company, to put him in there for the first game?
So, and especially because the way that the tournament is being played out, like nobody is out after the first round, right? There's nobody that is going to be like, hey, you went 0-3 in the preliminary round and you're out. That's not how it's going to work. So I think that allows maybe for Canada. And a month ago, I thought Logan Thompson starts game one. And now I'm like, what if I was John Cooper? If I was John Cooper and I took Hagel and Cirelli and Point and I'm like, you took all these guys again. You're very, very trusting of the people that gets you to win. So I'm thinking I'm thinking John Cooper will probably start with Binnington and say, let's see if over here you can turn it on for the tournament. I think that both he and Thompson will get a chance, but I would think that knowing John Cooper, he'll probably start with Binnington because he trusts the players that have gotten him a chance to win.
And that's his guy.
Yes.
Binnington.
That's his guy.
That's
Last year was his guy. Like Binner wasn't great in leading up to the finals, but at third period and overtime, like he was lights out. And so that's your guy, right? You won, and that's the way it is.
And Binnington, he has that ability to flip the switch.
Yes.
It's like people were critical of up in Canada, it's like Binnington, he's struggling this year. And then his first game after the announcement, right?
His first one was Colorado won. First one was Colorado, didn't go well, but the other one was Montreal 2-0.
But the whole team, I mean, it was 4-0 before the Blues had a shot on goal against Colorado. That didn't matter. You could have had 5 goalies in net. It wasn't going to make a difference. But then the next game, he shuts out the Montreal Canadiens, right? With all of Canada watching. So that was a statement game. Played pretty well the other night as well against Vegas, right? So, we'll just see. Listen, he has that ability. USA, Ottinger, Hellebuck. Are you a big Hellebuck guy or no?
I like Connor Hellebuck because I feel that there is a group of goaltenders that don't have the athleticism of Vasilevsky and Shesterkin and Ottinger and those guys, right? I was more that type of goalie. I was more like J.S. Giguère. And maybe that's the way we played back then, but it was positioning, body control, boom. And Hellebuck is that guy. So I like a goalie like that can have success. Do I think that that's the guy and that's the way goaltending is going? No, I think goaltending is going way more into the athletic, acrobatic splits and all of it. So, but there's a part of Hellebuck that I don't trust. I'm like, ugh, like, but there's a part of Jake Ottinger I don't trust too. It's like they're all great, right? Hellebuck, Ottinger, Swayman, like they're all great, but there's a part of each of them that I'm like, I'm not sure. And so that's why I look around and I'm like, okay, well, Sweden this year, they have Markstrom, Gustafsson, and Wallstedt. Okay, well, all 3 of them, there's great parts and there's not so good parts. And Finland has Saros, and you're like, well, Saros could go the other way too. And so there's a lot of question marks in every team's crease, not knowing which one you pick out of the group.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've seen Hellebuck, obviously, you know, in the
Yeah.
playoffs here last year, right?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
getting chased
Dude,
every
that
game
was
here in
bad.
St. Louis. So you never know how it's going to play.
And he
It's going
made
to be
it.
great, though.
He would make like regular saves, and people in Winnipeg, and I get it. Like that's part. Oh, he's back. He's back. Look at
I
him.
know.
I'm like that's
what?
one save.
It was
Like,
right
you
at
gotta
his,
do
it
that
was
for
right
a
at
long
his
time.
chest. I mean,
I
like,
know exactly. But that's
It's
the way
like,
he plays
He's
too.
back.
yeah,
That's the play. That's the way he plays. Like kill the logo. That's his game.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
So, but
So who are you taking in the Olympics?
I think Canada's too good.
They're
I mean,
good.
look at that lineup. And
Oh
now
my
you got
God.
guys like Celebrini or like just lights out. And like I was trying to put their power play together the other day. I'm like, do you put McDavid on one side, McKinnon on the other, McCarr at the top, Reinhardt in front, point in the
Oh.
bumper? Or do you have Celebrini in there? But now you have Marchand net front. You have like, I'm like, holy, like
Tom
that
Wilson
group.
net front. I mean,
I know.
I know.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, it's crazy. So I think they have too much talent. Now, it would be interesting how it's going to be refed. At the Four Nations face-off, it was NHL. Let's go. Let's hit. Let's fight. Let's
Yes.
IHF. You get a referee
Different.
from Finland that's going to ref that, and he's going to say, nope, like that's USA Kachuk, you're out.
You're out.
Penalty.
Head hit.
Penalty.
Head hit.
Penalty.
Cam, our head athletic trainer with the Rangers back in the days, Jim Ramsey, he's with the Montreal Canadiens now. When one of our guys would hit somebody and would get a penalty, he'd yell, too strong, 2 minutes
Oh,
for
yeah.
being too strong. Like, I fear like the Kachucks may get 2 minutes for being too strong in
They
too
might.
many of the games.
Yes.
They might.
I agree.
Tom Wilson might too, though.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, he may not play. It may be
Yeah.
like, you know what? You're not playing because it's being refed a different way.
You're a
Right.
liability.
Where
Yep.
the Kachucks aren't coming out. You know.
Yeah, no, they're in the lineup. They're
Yeah.
there, but the U.S. has got a great blue line, man.
they
Like
do.
that blue line for Team USA, it's dynamic. So that may be where it balances it out a little bit. Sweden is going to be great too.
They're gonna be good,
they're
too.
great. They got a great blue line too.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
thing for you, who's the biggest omission? Who's the biggest snub? Any country that you feel like has the best case that like you can't believe? Is it Jason Robertson? Is
Yeah,
it
I was going to say Jason Robertson for Team USA and probably Sam Bennett for Team Canada, but they replace him with Tom Wilson. So I'm like, and Bennett has been good of late. So that's the
Really
thing.
good.
Started slow. If he had started the way that he'd been playing now, he would have been on the team. That's the issue. So that's the problem.
all right?
Yeah, God, we can't wait, man.
Keep up the great work, man.
You're
we
the
love all
man.
your stuff, Marty.
You're the
and
man,
you have
Marty.
a great career too.
And one of
Wanted to
those
have you on for a long
days,
time.
like, I'm gonna have to come back on, and we're gonna have to talk about that line brawl, Rangers, Devils, that Cam you were on. I was on the bench. I was a great spectator, but how that all played out, like because I see Eric Bolton all the time. Like he's in Buffalo. I
my
see him
boy.
all the time. I talk to Rupper all the time. Obviously, I don't know. I haven't talked to Brendan Prost in a while. So there's a lot of that was one of my favorite moments, like the heated rivalry
Iconic.
with the Devils and the Rangers. So one of those days, maybe we talk about that a little bit.
We just had Pete DeBoer
Yeah.
on talking about
Yep.
it. You know,
Oh my
who was-
gosh, him
he had
and
a-
Torts hated each other.
They
Man,
hated
did
each other. They hated each other. But Lou Lamoriello gave Pete the green light to start us
Yeah.
and to do that. He kind of looked at Lou, said, "Here's who we're going to start," and Lou gave him the nod. Of course he would, because he loves that kind of stuff
And then
too.
Stu
so.
Bickle takes the draw, right? Because
Oh,
he,
yeah, Big Stewie, poor
Big
Carter.
Stu Bickle is like a defenseman. He's like, I think he took Brendan Dubinsky off, and he's like, I'm taking the draw.
He won
We
the
know
draw
what's
too,
going
then
on.
beat up Carts.
I know.
Double whammy.
Double whammy, but
I love it.
I still cannot watch Adam Enrique play and not hate him because of the overtime goal in 2011 and 2012.
Yep.
Like I still cannot because of that overtime goal. I'm like, I hate that guy.
Yes.
But he's a good player.
He's
Yeah.
a good guy too. He's
Yeah.
a damn good guy.
Yeah.
know.
So, but
Marty, you're the man. We'll
guys,
get in touch,
keep doing
man.
your stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. Catch it almost all the time with the schedule, but usually I'll put it in the car when I'm driving to Toronto, whatnot. Just listen to it.
Just
It's
make sure there's
awesome.
no kids in your car. It's not kid friendly.
14 and
They
over.
know
Cam
when it's
says.
hockey talk.
Yeah.
They know that
Yeah.
it could lead to that. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All the best, man.
You're the man.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you,
See you
buddy.
soon, guys. Thanks.
See you, Marty. Take care. That was Marty Biron, baby, on the Chemistry Podcast. Love hearing him talk.
Great guy.
I wish I had an accent like that.
It's a stupid thing to say.
Why?
Because, man, be proud of where you grew up. Why would you?
I'm Swedish,
No, you're not.
and I'm Czech Republic, and I'm Canadian.
So what you're an American.
But I don't have.
You're an American.
I just don't have that accent.
You grew up
I
in the
like the
Midwest.
French Canadian
You
accent.
see, Andy's one of those guys that he's like, I want to be this, I want to be that guy. How about you just Love who you are.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love thy neighbor.
Don't you listen to Lori's podcast?
Yeah.
Doesn't she say that?
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself.
Laurie Roden.
I want to be this. I want to be that. I wish I was a. How about love yourself?
Fine.
You got a pretty goddamn good gig going right
Got
now.
it good.
Some bitch.
Love who you are.
I want to have an accent. What?
Fine.
You're from the Midwest.
Fine.
You have an accent, according to him. You have an accent. You think he's the only one with an accent. You have an accent, too.
You know where I'm from.
And so do I.
Do you know where I'm from originally?
Buffalo. Yeah.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I'm a Buffalo.
And he's a little bit of everything.
And my mom is from Sweden. I've got lots of Czech Republic and Polish blood in me, too.
Okay, we
God,
know. Just
I'm
go.
like
Poland.
a little bit.
Poland's doing the right thing right now.
I'm a little bit of everything. But Martin Biron, very smart. Man. I love the way he breaks down goaltending.
So do
and
I.
had a great career.
Seems like
Played a long
happy-
time. Henrik Lundqvist.
Happy guy.
Played with Henrik Lundqvist.
Yep.
Just a fantastic teammate, you can tell.
But sorry, he played for the Buffalo Sabres when they were fun
They were fun.
and loud and tough, and that place was jamming.
Will they be
Rick
will
Gironette.
they be fun, loud, and tough again?
Yes. Yeah, they will. I love those fans up there.
Rick
I think
Gironette,
about
man.
you guys up there, all you Buffalo fans, man. You guys deserve
Never won a
this-
Stanley Cup.
You deserve something here, whether it's the Bills or the Sabres to do well.
Oh, the Bills.
I want the Bills to win too.
We're winning the. Listen, just so you
Why-
know,
Why did you say we are?
that's my
Andy,
team, dude.
We're winning.
We're winning the Super Bowl this year.
Josh Allen and Andy hanging out.
We would get along. Actually.
I'm
Really
from
well.
Buffalo, Josh. He'd walk right past you.
Oh my God, no, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would. And he's a nice guy.
You know, he would.
I'm from Buffalo.
Josh,
Josh, it's me, Andy. I wrote blogs.
throw me the ball.
I wrote blogs.
How dare
He doesn't
you.
know you. He doesn't know you.
Hey, just so everyone knows, the week of the Super Bowl, if the Bills win, this podcast is coming out late.
no,
'cause I will not be in condition.
He's going to be up in Buffalo.
I'll be eating buffalo wings all night.
He's going to
long.
be up in Buffalo, hanging with the boys.
at the parade.
Like, where's Andy?
Let's go live
should
to
be here.
Andy. Hi guys, live reporting from the scene at the parade. The whole city of Buffalo will be out there throwing snowballs at each
It'd be
other,
awesome.
jumping on tables. Actually, if they win this, I may jump on this table.
The table wouldn't even move. Wouldn't.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God, you'd hurt yourself.
We may. Will you do it with me? Like separately?
No. I don't want to get hurt. I
Dude,
don't want to get
If
hurt. I don't want
if
to
the
get
Bills
hurt.
win the Super Bowl, we're
I don't give a fuck that
we're
much.
jumping on a table.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
Why?
I'll be like, ooh, this is interesting. I don't care that much.
Do you think
I don't care
you think
that
I
much?
would break the table?
No. You'd be like this. You ever see some of those when they jump off and they're like, I'm doing things. And they're like, bang!
Oh.
And they like flip right off of it. No. No.
They're blue collar, baby.
They are blue collar.
My
right there.
uncle's been doing construction forever. My grandfather worked for General Mills, dude, for like 100 years.
God dang. You're god dang right. I
General
like that.
Mills, man. He used to
That's
send
blue
us.
collar shit
He used to
kicking.
send us boxes and boxes and boxes of cereal. Every friend of mine that came over to the house left with a box of cereal, dude. Honey Nut Cheerios, Lucky Charms, Cocoa
It's like
Puffs,
gold dust. Oh,
dude,
I'll eat all
Honey
of it.
Grams. He'd send my mom boxes and boxes of cake mix.
Terrible for you.
I know.
Cereal is terrible.
Cereal's terrible for
I
you.
could eat a whole box of Frosted Flakes
Lucky
Twix.
Charms,
or Twix.
Cocoa
No,
Puffs.
what's it called? Yeah, I mean all of them.
Tricks.
Tricks.
Well, I think Tricks was General Mills too. We
Yeah.
had Tricks too.
Tricks with the bunny.
Dude. Do kids still eat that shit?
Uh,
I get
you
mad.
tell me.
My wife.
Why are you telling
no,
me?
she'll buy Fruity Pebbles sometimes.
Ooh.
I'm like,
I
that
mean,
is the worst.
Just
The
sugar.
worst.
Your kids don't drink soda either, do they?
No,
I
never.
never drank soda as a kid. My dad never. We never
Really?
had soda. No.
Ivy
I'm
tries.
fucking House
Ivy
Springs.
I see Ivy goes to her friends' houses all the time.
My
and she tries
nieces are obsessed with soda.
she tries to sneak in like a Dr Pepper or a Sprite every once in a
And
while,
that's
but not at my
straight-
house.
No, don't even have their taste buds. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I don't even like my.
I agree with
I don't
you.
even like my kid to have lemonade, dude.
Just sugar. Country time, damn good.
No, but like at restaurants, you know, like
Lemonade,
it's terrible. Pure sugar.
It's sugar.
Pure sugar.
Pure sugar. Soda, lemonade, shit. Have them drink lemon water. Lemon water, I drink so much lemon
We'll
water.
see how that goes. I will. I don't give him any shit though, but I'll see if he likes the lemon water.
Lemon water. That's
Does
like
it taste like lemonade?
tastes like lemons. I could eat lemons like oranges.
Okay, I don't know how good that would. I don't even want lemon water.
Love lemon water.
Do you know that the nastiest thing you can get at a bar or a restaurant is a lemon or lime wedge that's cut at the bar? It has feces in it, dude.
Yeah.
There's more bacteria in the lemon and wine. So when I get my tequila and
Why are you wasting people's time?
when
right
I get
now?
my
Why are you wasting people's time?
when
right
I
now?
get my
Speed it up.
tequila and club soda at the bar, no lime. When I get my Tito's and club soda, no lime, no lemon.
Good for you. Let's go.
Because of that.
Let's go.
Because of what?
Because of bacteria. I
Thank
get it.
you.
But the drink has bacteria.
Stiefel brings us
Everything's
the
got
Cam and
bacteria.
Strick podcast every week.
Let's go.
Be wealthy. Be Stiefel.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. That's Tom Brady. You like Tom Brady on the games?
Yeah, I do.
Breaks it
I
down.
love Tom Brady.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Be like Tom Brady. Be in shape. Be healthy.
Yeah, he's going to live a long time. He's banging fucking 24-year-olds.
Is that what he's doing?
Shit, yeah. I
Does
don't
that
blame
keep you young?
him. Fuck yeah.
Really?
Keep up with a 24-year-old hot Ensamado? Yeah. Keep
You
you
just gotta
young.
be rich and famous. You can do that all day long.
If anybody can do it, he can.
Yeah.
You know,
You know,
speed it up.
you don't know what it's like to be one of us.
No, exactly.
And we're different.
Andy the Wheel. Smashing, bro. You're smashing.
I got a beautiful wife,
you,
dude.
you do.
And I am
But that one
loyal
of
to her.
you are 100% loyal to her.
I am. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No shit.
Can
Who
you,
said?
Can
wait,
you
wait,
tell
wait.
the people that there's nothing wrong
I
with
look.
being
I tell you this:
committed?
if you have a fucking cool chick, and she treats
and
you fucking
and
good,
she's hot?
and she's good looking, and you fucking cheat on her, I look at you differently. I do.
Really?
I swear to God.
How do you look at them?
Like down on you a little bit. Like you're gonna do that to that poor girl.
And she has no idea.
I've been through shit. Don't. I'm not a saint with stuff like over the
Mhm.
back. Like don't get me wrong, but like if I see this and like you're cheating on. She's a badass bitch. She's fucking cool. She loves you.
way, hot, and way hotter with who you're cheating
she's
on her
hot.
with.
I know.
You're gonna lose it all for that.
I look at you differently. I do.
So can you like give me some credit then?
You
for
ain't.
being-
We all know.
No, can you just give me like say, hey, for being loyal and being?
Yeah, but Andy's not put in those situations.
Is it cool to be
You-
loyal? Is it cool to be
Yes,
committed?
of course it is.
Okay.
I look at you differently if you don't do that.
Okay, fine.
Fuck, call me whatever you want. man.
Firstform.com.
Unless she's a fucking bitch, and she treats you like shit, and she's
Yeah.
sniffing around, then I'm like, do your thing,
Right.
okay? But if she
Different
fucking loves
circumstances.
you, and I'll tell you this, karma will get you. I've gotten
Ooh.
smacked in the fucking face, man, with shit. Not just with that kind of stuff back in the day, dating girl. Like it just karma will get you.
And your kids will hate you if they
Your
found out you
fucking
did
kids
that
will-
to their mom.
You're not cheating on your wife.
You're
You're
cheating
cheating
on
on
your
your
kids.
fucking whole family. Your whole. If I did something and Kate left me, I would be suicidal.
Oh my God, dude! Don't say that.
I would. If I fucked up and she left me because I fucked up,
Mhm.
oh God. Now if she just did it something, and we had fine. And you,
Hey,
but if it was on me,
Cam,
God.
just so you know,
Oh,
if you're
God.
ever down and out, just call me.
Oh God, then I'd really be suicidal. Andy, I'm not doing good, man. I'm actually on the fucking JB Bridge right now. So anyway, let's go. Did I tell you what Ty did? Did you see Ty's goal? Okay, before you jump, look at Ty's goal and just kind of break it down for me and tell me.
That's not what I would say.
I'm literally about to jump.
I'm
No.
like, did
Well,
you
real
see
quick,
what
real quick,
happened
real
with
quick.
the Rangers and Devils last night?
Cam, real quick. Just check out Ty's. This is Ty, the first period. Wouldn't even look at the video.
Oh my God. Oh God, dude. I'd be like, Cam, can you get a guest for next week? You're like, I'm standing on the bridge. I'm like, yeah. Have you reached out to one of the sponsors yet?
Yeah.
Sparks Hockey, baby. Use the promo code Cam and Strick. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Get your skates sharp and don't let Seth ruin your weekend,
No.
ruin the season.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
People be like, that kid can't skate. Well, why is that? Seth sharpens the skates.
Mhm.
Don't let Seth
And he
ruin
stole your daughter's
you.
panties.
Oh my God.
I'm
You don't have to really go
no,
there,
but that's
dude.
what the weirdos do.
Oh my
You think that's an anomaly?
Maddie, I mean,
you think that's an, no?
I was not expecting
do you
that.
think that's an anomaly?
No.
They'll do that.
Well, not for Seth. He would do that. Sparks Hockey, baby. SparksHockey.com.
Keep
Use the
an
promo
eye.
code Cam and Strick.
Don't be aloof,
Blue
Andy.
Note Roofing, David Novak. You talk about a shit kicker. He's a shit kicker.
God dang shit kicker.
314-920-5713.
Hell yeah.
Gutters, Soffit, fascia,
fascia.
roofing, siding.
All in one.
Look for the yellow truck with the blue note on the side. You can't miss it. He's ready for your phone call to give you a free estimate and do it today. Works with all the big major insurance companies. 314-920-5713. The number one roofing company is
Blue Note.
Blue Note Roofing. True Float.
Badass.
Made in Edmonton.
Yep.
With the bare hands. Where the drinks are cold and your body's warm. Because you got a heated chair and you got the shit cooler. The most amazing coolers ever. Yeti.
Pussy.
True Float.
Shit kicking.
Yeti.
It's that simple.
Yeti.
Pussy.
Don't get a Yeti. Yeah, Yeti. Listen, everybody sees your Yeti falls out of the truck. It's got scratches all over
Yeti
it.
Smetty.
True Float.
Shit kicking.
Let's go, baby.
Those are my boys up there. And yeah,
Jordan, everybody over there.
we love all you guys, man.
Canada's goaltending. Are
Get
they in
on
trouble?
your
Yes or no? Answer the question.
on
Is Canada's
your
goaltending in trouble? Yes or no?
No. Get on your game.
Thank you, Marty Biron, for
Love you
joining
guys.
us. Episode number 377.
See you guys.
Subscribe on YouTube. Peace.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the league. Soul dragon cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go. My check for check, here comes show. Cam throws hits, and he's in the know. No filter, no flow.